What could it be?
Something's always about to go down, Jack.
What could it be? The stars of the hit series The Good Ship Murder, Shane Wood and Catherine Tilsley join us now.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
I mean, talk about having a little bit of everything.
Absolutely everything, and that's the great thing about it. It's just taken from all the classics. We were just saying then, it's got a bit of Agatha Christie-esque to it, Death in Paradise.
Heart to Heart.
Heart to Heart. So it's a real fun, light-hearted crime drama.
But Kath, is set on a cruise ship.
Yes.
Which must have its drawbacks, its advantages, but its drawbacks as well.
Well, there's nearly 6,000 people on board.
6,000 extras.
6,000
Yeah, well,
extras working cruise ship. So, but I mean, that's what makes it so special.
Yeah.
And what was great this season is that a lot of passengers had seen season 1. And, you know, they were all like, oh, can we be in the back of shop? Is anybody going to get murdered?
Even people who haven't even seen it, they recognise the ship.
Yeah.
And they're like, what are the chances if we book again, we might get on it? And then they are. So it's great.
It was
Well,
great.
it means that you can just have fun with it as well. If you're on holiday, you just kind of buy into it all. And
Yeah.
for you, it's kind of great because you get to combine the acting, seeing the world as well, with the singing.
I know. It's unbelievable. When I landed this role, it was everything. It was kind of like my Greatest Showman, in a way. You know what I mean? So I got to play an ex-detective, and then he leaves the force and decides to become a singer on a ship. And, of course, there we go. Some great songs at the end, some great classics.
And it tends to replicate what's gone on in the story.
I mean, the words of this song will kind of showcase exactly what happened with the thrill of the chase and the episode.
So your character is one of the cabaret entertainers. He's the main star of the cabaret, isn't he?
Yes.
Your character, Kath, just explain a little bit where she fits in, because she's not a singer and a dancer. She's very serious. She's
Yeah, they're polar opposites, chalk and cheese. I play Kate Woods, and she is the first officer on the ship, and she's very straight-laced, loves rules, very methodical, mathematical, whereas Jack is the opposite. But they work so well with each other because they're bringing different things to the table, and also Jack then kind of gets Kate to loosen up a little bit and shows her that there's more to life than just work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've had some really fun stuff to film this season. It's been really good, hasn't it?
Well, that's one of the most interesting things to watch, I think, when you see you guys and your chemistry. Because obviously you know each other in real life too, so there's an ease with it. I think as
Can't
you're...
stand him.
Literally. The fact that is not even there right now, I have no idea.
But then Mia comes along, who's Jack's daughter,
my daughter,
and then she tries and separates you up.
She absolutely brilliant, Millie. She just completely slotted in, and the way she played it was fantastic. Straight away she's thinking, who is this other woman?
Yes.
That's my dad. Back off.
Because there's that ongoing, is it going to happen?
Yes,
is she finally
they
going
will,
to relax
they won't,
and let it happen? We want, as viewers, we want them to get together because they're such a great team.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, we love that. We love playing with that. And it is what hooks people in. And every time we pick the script up, we're like, is it?
Yeah.
What's going to happen? And it is frustrating for both characters. I'd say more so for Jack, because Kate just keeps putting the Ice Queen act back on, and there's always
I'm always seen as the bad guy. Like, I've done something wrong, Ice Queen.
There is something, isn't there? What we know, so obviously, Shane, of course, we know you as a fabulous singer. People might not be as aware, Kathy, you're a wonderful singer as well. You've just done your tour as well, the musical tour. When are we going to see Kate and Jack sing together?
Oh,
wow.
it's funny you should say that.
Yeah, because there could be something.
Might be a little bit of something.
In one of the episodes.
You're the one that won?
Oh, that would have been good, wouldn't it?
Tell me about it.
What else did they do?
Try and clear that one.
Bit of Renata.
Slowly turning it into a bit of a glee.
Yeah.
But you would love, I mean, you'd be keen to do some singing on the show as well, right?
I think Kate is very much not a singer.
No.
And when the idea was put forward, would Kate sing? I was like, well, it would have to be in the right scenario.
So it does happen then?
And the way, the way they've written things, it's cute. It
is cute, yeah.
But I mean, the cherry on top of the cake
Yeah.
is Shane singing at the end of each episode.
It
You
really
are
is.
brilliant.
It is fun.
I never get bored of you singing.
Oh,
you
bless
make me
you.
cry every time.
Get bored of loads of other things about him, but not
Yeah,
the singing.
the rest of the time
Thank
you
you.
do my head in, but your singing's great.
No, because you sung at her wedding.
I did,
You even?
I did.
Like, that's how much she loves you singing.
Yeah, that was awesome. What song was it that I did?
Butterfly Kisses, Bob Carlyle, and it's mine and my dad's song. Anybody with kids Listen to it on your own. You'll be in bits. It's a beautiful song, and you did it so wonderfully.
Oh, bless you.
And
Thank you.
Everybody was just crying their eyes out.
20 years, Shane, this year, since you and I first worked together and you won the X Factor.
I know.
I mean, we've not changed, obviously.
You look great.
Look at
He's
us
got
there.
hair.
Oh, my
He's got
gosh.
more hair.
Baby faces.
Just
Oh, my goodness.
Can you
amazing.
believe it's 20 years?
20 years. How's that
Like-
flown past? And Adam's at the Arndale Centre, which is where you were working when you auditioned for the X Factor.
That's right. I was working in a shoe shop.
And Kath, you worked there as well.
I worked in athleisure.
In
We didn't know
athleisure.
this,
We didn't know. New Look was my last job before I got into the industry, so who would have thought?
It's
Top and tail.
amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
And now you're sailing the world.
We are sailing the world.
I mean, it
solving
must be great
mysteries.
to just sail around as well and see places.
It is. It's so good because we literally can go to these amazing destinations. Because obviously the next episode is, it's set in Madeira.
Yes.
And that
Can't
is
wait to
just,
see it.
it's going to be great, and it's just focused around this character called Max King, who is a ruthless vineyard owner.
TV chef.
Yeah.
He is a TV chef.
Yeah.
Phil Vickery, he
Yes,
goes on cruises
exactly.
a lot.
So we've got to solve another mystery there.
Yeah, Phil doesn't drink quite as much as Max does. Thank you both
quite.
for coming in
Thank
and,
you.
and
Thanks for
sharing the
having us.
joy with the puppies as well.
Oh,
You're giving them
stop
back.
it.
This morning
My
I had
ovaries.
Elvis.
So
You,
cute.
So cool.
Little couple with
Oh.
Elvis.
I did
Wait
have
a
a
second,
bit of
Jay.
Elvis, it was.
Love you to see you both. Thanks so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Thank
The
you.
Good Ship Murder continues on Friday, 9 o'clock on Channel
Thank you
5.
for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
And Carol joins us now. Lovely to see you this morning.
Lovely to be here.
Thank you for coming in. We were just chatting as we were watching that clip there. It looked like you had the best laugh making The Masked Singer.
Oh, it was fantastic. It's one of the best things I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah, because of the process behind everything, the costume department, it's off the scale. And, when I was first asked to do the show, you get offered half a dozen sketches of different costumes and stuff. So I settled on tattoos straight away because I thought she was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then just all the fittings and then there's all the secrecy. So you've got to meet up for your song choice meetings, your vocal coaching, little bit of choreography, what they've got planned for your different songs and stuff like that. So it takes up the whole of we did it in the summer, so it takes up the whole of your summer, and it's fantastic, yeah.
Well, how do you keep it a secret, though? Because it really has... They guard it so well. I mean, that you go in disguise, you don't see anybody else.
I'm a chatterbox, as most people know, so it was hard.
Yeah.
Can't hold my own water, as my mum used to say. Well, you sign a big NDA, so you might get sued. That's always an incentive, I find,
Yeah.
And
The threat of
and they
legal
won't pay
action
you.
has that, yeah.
You won't get paid. No, I did keep it secret. I only shared with my husband and my daughter, Scarlett, because they had to help me with my diary.
To organise it.
But I didn't tell my son. He was a bit offended. So you think I'm a blabbermouth? But I just thought I'll keep it simple, But they're used to me coming and going, disappearing for a week, being on tour. So I was able to muddy the waters a lot with my friends and family because they're used to me being off. Oh, where is she this week kind of thing.
Yeah. What's the experience like? You're a professional singer. You have been for a long time now. But what's that experience like singing inside a costume? Because they're quite restrictive movement-wise.
It's very difficult, and it depends. Like, my hands were there, and I'm a gesticulator. If I didn't have this flipping puppy on my lap, I'd be waving my hands around. So I found that difficult. And then the mask, you can't actually see anything. So
you couldn't see?
No. So my eyes were kind of where her mouth is. Most people's masks are this much higher than their head. It's completely gauzed because they can't have the studio lights revealing anything. And so you go onto stage and they say, somebody holds your hand.
Yeah.
And I always just go, hello, and they go, shh, like that. And they say, right, can you look at that green light over there? That means you're facing forward. And they said, don't get it mixed up with the emergency exit light, because lots of people would end up singing to the emergency exit light. It's very, very difficult. And when I did Human for the Killers, they stood me on this podium. It's about 10 feet high.
Gosh, of course, yeah.
And I'm not scared of heights at all, but once the mask was on, I felt very vulnerable, like I was going to fall or something. It was quite terrifying.
Well, you've got such restricted vision as well, that makes it more terrifying.
Yeah, and that, for me, I had to work hard to relax and sing properly, because I felt a bit...
Yes, I can imagine.
Yeah.
And so I'm guessing you've been approached lots of times to do this, like many times before. You've got such an incredible voice. Why was now the moment? Why did you decide that, you know what, this year is going to be my year?
I, like a lot of my peers, we get approached to do lots of fun shows, lots of daft shows, and it's a question of scheduling as well, you know. And it just worked out, and I've had the most phenomenal year because I did The Mask, which was wonderful, then moved on to now that's what I call a musical, and then finished the year touring with Sophie Ellis-Bextor and the Human League. So it just all fell into place, all the stars
Just
lined
fit.
up. Yeah.
Now, we saw a couple of weeks ago when one of the masks got unveiled, one of the singers was particularly upset that she'd been thrown out. Toad in the Hole, Macy Gray, didn't take it particularly well and actually stormed off. Did you have any idea, because you would have been backstage at this stage, did you have any idea that this was happening?
So you're kept very separate.
Yes.
You never see each other. I have, to this day, no idea who's in the show.
Still,
no idea. I don't know who Dressed Crab was, my nemesis.
Yeah, but do you not listen to the voice and think, oh, it could be...
When you're in your quick change tent, which is behind the set, you can hear off in the distance somebody performing, and I could tell he was male.
Yes.
I thought had a very soulful voice, possibly a black artist, or the height of him.
Yes.
And I'm going to say him. I thought a sports person who can sing, not necessarily a singer, but your guess is as good as mine.
You thought Gregory Porter?
I have no idea. So, for example, when you're in your dressing room and your runner comes to get you or bring you some food, you have to hide behind your door or run into your loo so that anyone walking past can't see you or see you reflected in your dressing room mirror. And we would occasionally walk past each other, the contestants in the corridor, but we are all in black, gloves, you can't show any skin, you've got a balaclava, a visor. Before you get to the studio, 5 minutes out, our drivers go, can you mask up now, please, Carol? Because the guy on the barrier can't see you. There's other shows being recorded in other studios, people coming and going. So you're completely encased about 2 miles out from the studio.
So you've got no idea what's going on. Macy stormed off because she was upset that she'd be booted out. How did you feel when you got... Because you are all wonderful singers, you're all professional singers, and you're having a brilliant time.
Are we, though?
OK, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, not necessarily. It's a good point.
I was a bit bemused. Oh, darling. I was a bit bemused because I was very confident in my performances. So when I ended up in the bottom 2, I've got to say I was a little shocked.
Right.
But I had a great sing-off with Mars Singer, who also had he had a charismatic voice, a really good voice. So you can't be too arrogant about it, you know. But I was a little shocked, and I hate saying this, but my team were quite upset. We just weren't expecting it.
They wanted you to stay in too.
And like I said, it's the best thing I've ever done. I was having the most fun, and I was a bit gutted, to be honest.
Yeah, I bet.
It was so funny when we were introducing you before and the China in Your Hand comes on. We were both like, gosh, that's a great song. Do you still feel like that? And do you still enjoy doing it when you're on tour? I know you're touring still with Tapa. Do you still enjoy it? Or is it like a golden albatross of it?
Can be. Can be both. But particularly when you do big festivals and you've got 20,000 people out in front of you, you barely have to sing it. And then when you get to the sax break, everybody does the 80s wave. So it's become quite choreographed, a lovely moment with the fans. It's a little transaction between us. We all know what this means, you know. And 5 weeks at #1, you can't moan, can you?
It's still such an epic song. We love it. It certainly makes me feel great. And you're doing now, that's what I call a musical with Craig Revel-Hall, you mentioned as well.
Craig,
how are you enjoying working with Craig?
Oh, he's lovely. He's absolutely gorgeous. And funnily enough, he brought a guest associate director to Woking in November who whispered in my ear, Carol, I got you on and off the stage on the show we're not allowed to talk about.
Oh, really?
But I never saw his face because I had a flipping mask on. So,
you've actually met the people that moved you around.
Yeah. They were in other productions. But Craig's absolutely lovely and quite the softie, really.
Oh, he's lovely. Well, thank you for coming on the show
My
today.
pleasure.
Well done.
Do I get to keep...
No, we've done a head count. No, she's trying. Thank you.
You will be
Lovely to meet
a big queue of people trying to take these little retrievers away. It's amazing to see you. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Masked Singer continues this Saturday at 7 o'clock on ITV1 and ITVX.
Oh, look, Elvis has gone for a snooze as well as his Olive. Oh, hello. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.
Our next guest is best known for being betrayed on the last series of The Traitors.
Should have won. Robbed.
When Harry double-crossed her and snatched the prize pot in an epic final. But the thing is, she actually started writing his name.
I know!
Do you remember that?
Best end to television ever, but that's in the past. Molly prepares to swap the round table for spins around the rink. She's competing this Sunday on Dancing on Ice.
Yes, and Molly's here now with her skating partner, Colin Grafton, who's going to tell us all about what is going on.
Welcome along, guys.
How are you enjoying your experience so far?
I'm loving it, but it is a roller coaster. It's like so up and down. One day you feel like you've kind of got it, and the next I feel like I've never been on the ice before. It's
What kind of one step forward, two steps
hard?
back sort of thing?
It is hard. It's not easy. I've got so much respect for them. And like Colin having to train me up, it must be so irritating.
She's doing amazing, honestly.
Did you take much convincing, Molly?
Honestly, no. I didn't really think about it though. Like you get the call to do Dancing on Ice, and you kind of think, "Oh my God, amazing!"
Yeah.
But yeah.
We're just watching some of your rehearsal. You look actually fantastic. You've got a lovely glide. Colin's gliding you around there. I think you're doing really well.
Oh, it's crazy seeing that.
I know, that was a while
We've had a lot
ago.
of improvements.
Yes.
Yeah.
But before you started, you got injured in training, right?
Yeah.
So what was that?
So I was doing my training with my local coach, and I basically just had a fall. So easily done.
Yeah.
And I fractured my left wrist, which isn't great considering I only have one in the first place. It's
that one.
not the best thing to...
Come on,
yeah,
guys.
I couldn't even cut my chicken at night. I was thinking, God. But yeah, it was before we even met, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So we did a lot of off-ice training.
So, Colin, you get the call to say, we have got you a celebrity.
Yes.
However, they're injured.
Yes.
So what was your thoughts straight away?
Do you know, it was a tricky one. It was sort of, we were both so excited to get going, and then to have that, right at the beginning was, a little bit of a buzzkill, but we made the best of it, and we really used our time to our advantage, so.
So you started off in the studio instead of on the ice.
Correct.
How was that for you both?
It was difficult. To be honest, we really got close. I think because we had more time to chat and we spent a lot of time together, it really helped like our partnership, and we've got a really, really great friendship, which helps so much on the ice. But we did the best with what we could, and we didn't waste any time, I would say.
Yeah, we did a lot of work in front of the ballet mirrors, and we did sort of things in reverse. Like, normally you learn to skate first, and then you look at the fine details, and we kind of did things backwards and used the mirrors and didn't waste any time.
Yeah.
Colin, what's it like for you when you first start with someone? Do you get a good gauge quite quickly as to how much you can push it, how good they're going to be, how easy they're going to be to train?
I think, the first impression's always like, okay, they can skate forward. And I was really excited to see Molly had some glide. And then those first couple hours, you kind of get excited.
Are you
you're
just
like,
staring at them, like, intently?
Yes, analysing.
To see what they can do? Are they good at bending the knees? 'Cause it's all about that knee bend, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. See, you know.
I know that.
I hear that like 1,000 times a day.
It's all about bending the knees. But it's so opposite to dancing, isn't it? But you're dancing on ice, you've got to bend those knees all the way. It's so weird to be bending your knees. Imagine
So you should be bending your knees all the time.
Yeah.
So when you're skating,
Yeah, I feel like it's a tricky one because I'm like, straighten that leg, but bend that leg. And so it's,
It's like one of those
Yeah.
things where you're just confused all the time. Like, all the time.
Colin, what do you find the most challenging? Because this is your third series now.
Yes.
What's the most challenging thing you have to deal with?
I think it's, managing you and your partner's emotions and kind of staying in the moment. With a show like this, there's so many moving parts, as you know, and it's about staying calm and just doing the best for each other and being there for each other.
Oh, look at your opening routine. You're so good.
Look at the outfits. I love the outfits.
So how are the outfits going? Do you get to see them more? Do you get to help out with designing them?
We've had a little look at our one for Sunday, so it's very exciting.
You're loving it.
It's funny. I don't even feel like me when I put it on, which is a good thing because I need like another persona really when I go out there.
Do you?
I'm a bit shy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What's
so
the
I'm
persona
hoping.
called? What's she called?
I don't know. We need to
Yeah, we need
give her
a
a
name.
Let's name me. What should we call me?
I don't know. What should we call her?
Come on, guys. Need your help with this one.
Molly something.
Molly Fierce.
Molly Fierce.
Molly Fierce.
Molly Fierce. I love
I like
it.
that.
Just be Molly Fierce.
That's going to come out on Sunday.
That opening number had sort of kind of Dodgems vibes about it on the fairground. Like, is there a moment where, because there's so many people that have never really been on the ice before, and then everyone's on the ice. Is there ever a moment where you're like, I'm going to crash into someone here? Look at that.
She's
That's
got
the fun
Colin
of
to
it.
guide her.
That was the fun of it. It was so nice going out there and kind of experiencing it in the studio with the crowd, but with everyone around.
Yeah.
Because the vibes were just really nice.
How do you feel about this week?
Yeah.
This weekend is your first competitive performance, right?
Yes.
Trying not to think about
Do
it.
you feel
just
like you're
yet.
ready?
I don't think I'll feel like I'm ever ready, really. I do get nervous and I do get jelly legs. So I just need to try, like, focus on my
You
breathing.
need to just do some lifts, Colin. When you
Yes.
feel that jelly, lift her up.
I know, yeah.
As long as they're bendy jelly legs,
Yeah.
it's right.
Exactly.
As long as they're bent.
How are you feeling, Colin?
Yeah, I feel really confident. Honestly, I think our time off that month really ignited a fire under us. We wanted to come back and show everybody with hard work what we can accomplish. So I think you're going to make a lot of people proud this weekend.
Good luck, Molly Fierce.
Are you able to watch the traitors while you're doing this?
Yes, I've got 2 episodes to catch up on.
Have ya?
You know
It's
who's
so
what.
good.
It's been a really good series so far. I'm enjoying it. It's so nice to sit and watch with no anxiety at home. It's so nice.
Did you when you was on the show, did you feel anxiety on the show?
Yeah, of course. I mean, not constantly.
Because you don't
but
have
it's
your
a
mobile
stressful thing.
phones or anything, do you?
I enjoyed that part, but it's more like the contact with your family and stuff. Like, I just wanted to talk to my mum and ask her what I should do. She probably would have helped me win.
Just a bit of advice.
Yeah, just a bit of advice. And obviously family support is so important, especially with this journey as well. So in there you do feel really isolated, and I think that's why it's so emotional.
Yeah.
But you did know. You knew it was Harry, didn't you, deep down? You knew.
Don't say that.
You started writing it on the paper.
I did
You
start writing
knew.
it. I didn't know, but it was dodgy what Andrew did. It's just hard. I mean, it was such a long process, and it all went down to that one decision that I had to make. It was just
That's the
couldn't
beauty
even
of the
write
show,
it.
the beauty of the
So
game, isn't
good.
it? It's such a great part of the game, basically, that they've just done such a great job of putting it into telly. What's your take on this year? Because last year kind of almost moved the dial. Because last year was sort of, it was whole built on trust, right? And the whole point of the show is betrayal, and it's called The Traitors. So this year we're not seeing any of that teamwork, are we?
No, I think everyone's definitely learned from my mistake. But to the point where they're not working together at all.
Yeah.
So it's so hard to find that happy medium. Obviously, it's great if you have a friend in there who actually is a faithful and you can chat and kind of work together, but you just don't know.
Mina's
Who's like
so
me.
good.
She's good.
She's so good.
It's so nice to have, like, woman power in there
Do you
as well.
think she can go all the way? Do you think she can do it?
Definitely, yeah. I think from what I've seen so far, she's smashing it.
Well, someone else who's going to be smashing it this Sunday, 19th of January,
In a nice
is
way, and not
Molly.
formally nice.
She's going to be on the Eye 6:30 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX. Thank you, Colin.
Oh, thank you
And
so much.
thank you, Molly.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.
McIntosh found fame starring in the reality show Made in Chelsea. She became a self-confessed party girl, drinking into the early hours at social and work events.
But even after becoming a mum of 2, Millie really struggled to control her drinking, almost leading to the breakdown of her marriage.
Today, Millie joins us over 2 years sober with her new book, Bad Drunk, about how she gave up the booze. Good morning, Millie.
Hi there.
Good morning. I have to say, it's a very brave book to write, and there is a chapter in it where you talk about it and you go, you get really nervous about it and you dreaded doing it. But I think it's an important book to write too, actually.
Yeah, it was nerve-wracking, and today it's the release day, and knowing that so many people are going to be reading such personal details of my past is hard, but it's really about sharing that vulnerability and that pain and turning it into power so that I can help other people who felt how I did.
Bad Drunk is a very dramatic title as well. We often talk, don't we, about people being good drunks and bad drunks. That's become a sort of a label we give people.
But it's crazy to me that we expect people to be able to handle consuming a drug. And if people can't handle it and they get addicted or they have issues with it, it's kind of frowned upon and taboo. But it's kind of crazy when you think about it.
And your drinking started quite early on, actually, because you were quite shy. You would sometimes get anxious in certain situations. Can you tell us about how it all started and how your relationship with alcohol progressed?
I'd say from my kind of early experiences of alcohol when I was a young teen, it was very much binge drinking, till I would pass out, drinking, and not remembering much of what happened the night before, throwing up. I think it was quite normalised as kind of teenage drinking behaviour. And I think in our culture, there is this kind of binge drink, pressure, I think, especially with young people at parties, where it's kind of like, you're trying to fit in and be cool, and you're not drinking just to enjoy the taste. You're really drinking, to get drunk. And it continued like that through my teens. I never could really know when to stop or when to rein it in. I always had an issue with knowing when I'd gone too far, and I was a bad drunk. And it was painful actually choosing that as the title, but it also just fits so perfectly because that's how I remember myself as a drinker.
Yeah.
And it was something that I couldn't shake off in my 20s. I continued in the same kind of cycle, and it was something I carried a lot of shame about. And actually, I was then drinking to try and numb those feelings of shame. So it becomes like a really vicious circle that
you got into Made in Chelsea, of course, is when you first became known to a wider audience when your early 20s, you were 21, I think. And actually, the very nature of a lot of the filming you were doing would be in parties and openings and glamorous environments where everyone is drinking, and drinking became a big part of that experience, didn't it?
Definitely. I mean, we weren't always drinking on set because sometimes we'd be filming party scenes at 10 a.m. But we'd often be hungover from the night before or be going out with everybody after filming. And that was a point in my life where I was drinking, most nights of the week, there'd be some party to go to. And then when I became a mother, kind of thought that I'd be able to get a handle on my drinking. I'd be able to know when to draw the line because I was now a mother. But actually, it was like pouring fuel on fire because I was struggling as a new mum and alcohol was so readily available and I felt like it's socially acceptable and it was a release.
And a reward as well.
It's almost celebrated a little bit within society too. And I think also the other thing that happened that you can't forget the influence of it is the pandemic. We weren't in our normal schedules. We weren't, going to work every day. It had changed everything too.
Yeah, we couldn't go and see our friends. It was a very weird time.
Yeah.
After I had my children, I just knew I couldn't keep going. I couldn't keep acting how I was, and it was making me really unhappy. It was really affecting my life, affecting my relationships, especially with my husband. And
that you had one occasion at a wedding where you got very, very drunk, and he essentially turned around and said, "The marriage is going to end unless you deal with this."
Yeah, and it had got, at that point, I had really taken it too far and I'd really humiliated him. I was so embarrassed, and it was a couple of days after that I eventually, finally got to the point where I said, okay, enough is enough now. And that was 2.5 years ago.
There'll be people watching this morning who'll be thinking they feel like they're in a similar position. They need to make a change, but actually making that first step is the hardest thing. How did you do it? How have you got to the point that you're 2.5 years sober down the line? What are the steps that you've put into place that have allowed you to stay alcohol-free?
I got a sober coach.
Yeah.
Because I knew I needed some kind of support. I didn't feel that I needed to go to rehab. I didn't feel that I needed to go to AA. But I wanted somebody that specialised in helping people to, stop their relationship with alcohol. And he really was very hard-talking and he really got through to me, and I saw him every week for about 6 months. I also listened to lots of podcasts and read lots of books, and I just wanted to learn a lot more about what alcohol actually does to your brain and body, and it started to really shift my mindset.
Did you have withdrawals?
I didn't have withdrawal.
Okay.
It's so interesting when you talk about it, I think, and the more we can talk about this grey area, I don't think it is as clear as black and white, and you need to
It affects a lot of people. It's not talked about enough. So it's like middle ground.
Yes, correct. Like you saying you got a sober coach. You didn't need to go to AA, but you needed to get in control of your drinking. What would be the points that you would say that if anybody recognises at home, they should maybe take action and do something?
I would say if you frequently drink more than you plan to and then regret it and feel awful the next day, if you don't know where that line is when you kind of should, the sensible amount to kind of stop. Maybe when you just feel like you can't be a responsible drinker. Maybe you've tried lots of times, I know I did, to make rules. So I'd say, okay, I'll stop drinking at 9 p.m. or I'll drink a glass of water between each drink, or I'll only have 3 drinks, or I'll only have 1 drink, and it was never just 1. So if you've tried to kind of set yourself these boundaries with alcohol before and they haven't worked, maybe now is the time to try to actually stop, even if it's just for a period of time.
Yeah.
If it's affecting your relationships, it's affecting your life and getting in the way of the things you want to do. I used to spend every weekend so hungover that I'd be on the sofa and unable to even leave the house.
You're a mum now, so you can't do that. Weekends are
Oh my God.
absolutely driven by parties and engagements and fun, and you want to be there for the kids as well. They don't deserve that. Part.
Hangover with children is enough to
Yeah.
make anyone want to stop drinking.
Yeah.
It just really didn't fit with my lifestyle anymore.
Well, thank you for coming on the show and thank you for being so brave about it because I
Yeah.
think it definitely opens up that discussion amongst people. Millie's book, Bad Drunk, is out.
Oh, hello. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.
But before all of that, Colleen Rooney has been in the public eye since the age of just 16 when she'd be
Oh, look at
photographed.
them.
Oh, it's cute.
So cute.
Photographed on her way to school due to a relationship with her now husband, Wayne.
Despite regularly appearing in the tabloids, of course, for the past 2 decades, Colleen has always remained very private about her life behind closed doors.
But now, after coming in second place on I'm a Celebrity, she's beginning to give people a glimpse into her daily life. And she joins us now on the show. Good morning, Colleen. I have to first of all start off by saying I watched it, obviously. I watched the whole thing. I love the lads on it. You handled yourself so beautifully on that show. You came across so well. And it must have been really tough at times.
It was. I got in there and, like, day 3, I sat on that log and thought, what am I doing?
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. I just thought, what have I got to give to this jungle? Just me. And, you know, there was loads of great characters in there, all singing, all dancing. And I just felt like a bit lost.
Right.
But then we all got to know each other. We, you know, started doing trials and challenges. And then I started to relax and enjoy it and enjoy everyone else's company. I didn't sing and I didn't dance, but I did get on with everyone. I done, you know, my trials to the best I could.
Yeah.
But, you know, when I look back on it now, I'm so glad I did do it. It was an experience that I will never do again. But I got a lot from it.
Had you been asked to do it before?
Year after year, I get asked. Yeah, I thought you were going to come in this year.
There was rumours,
He went away. Yeah, he went away.
And year after year, but it's just never been the right time with the kids and stuff that's been going on in my life. And then this year, I just thought, why not? Why not go? And, you know, the worst thing was knowing that I'd have no contact with the kids or Wayne or anyone. And it was literally, it was like a month because as soon as you land in Australia, your phone gets taken away.
Yes, you get isolated.
It's real. And people don't realise how real it actually is. And when I got into camp and they were struggling lighting the fire, I was thinking, someone will come in now and help us. No, you don't. You get no help whatsoever.
It's so interesting, isn't it? And then in the back of your head as well, because I know how much of a hands-on mum you are. I know, I've seen the whiteboards, I know this kid. And I've got 2 little boys too, who I think are the same age as your youngest. So I know, like, what it takes. But for you to just disappear for that amount of time, how on earth do you go about scheduling it? How do you get the team on board? How do you get them all focused?
It was a major operation.
Yeah.
It was. It took months and months of planning and organising. And I think that's what, you know, it took me mind off actually going in there. So I think that's what hit hard when I actually was in there, was I never stopped and thought that much about it before I actually went, because I was too busy organising everyone else's life for them while I was away. But no, I've got great support, you know, family and friends around me. Everyone helped, even like people, you know, like from school, and they were messaging saying anything you need at all, we're here, you know, just you go and have a good time. That's what they were saying. But
there's that moment where you get asked, but then you have to keep it a secret as well, of course, because the production company want to keep it a secret. When did you decide to tell the boys? Because you've got little ones as well.
Oh, yes,
and big ones. The big ones probably could have been told and would keep it secret, but the little ones would be too excited, surely.
Yeah, well, I didn't tell no one, and then it came out in the newspaper, and we think it was the airline. Well, that's what we got told. But so obviously people started asking me the question, so I just raised my eyebrows. I was just like, you know, I can't say anything. But the boys, I told the older ones, and they were, you know, fine with it. But the younger ones overheard, and they didn't really. We've watched it as a family for years, and the younger ones, you know, dip in and out because it's late at night. But then they were excited once they knew I was actually going in. But my 11-year-old come home from school one day and said, everyone's asking me if you're going in the jungle. So I said, what did you say? Thinking like, he had to be quiet. He said, I just said, yeah, she is, and I'm not going with it. I was like, oh, ITV won't like that.
But it was really interesting when you were in there as well. When you came out, I remember, and I distinctly remember you saying this, I remember you saying, I just would really like my boys to be proud of me. And because you're proud of yourself, obviously, and your mum and dad are proud of you, but that's a real shift, because obviously their dad and his super successful career, of course they're proud of him too. But it must be nice to have
It was so nice when we got the letters from home. That was the first time that, you know, they've actually said the words, we are proud of you. And, you know, to hear that, you know, they tell me they love me all the time and stuff, but to say that they're actually proud, it was really heartwarming, and I, got emotional, and it was just, it was lovely to hear. And obviously I've done stuff in the past, but they're not interested in girly stuff, you know, it's more the football and the sport. So it was special to hear them words. And even when I come home, because my 2 older ones never came because they had school and football commitments. So when I come home, it was, you know, you could see the pride in them, that, you know, they loved actually watching it. And the little ones, they continued, they talk about it all the time.
Still now?
Still now. And the littlest one, he watches, like, clips on YouTube of it. And on Christmas Day, we actually had a mini Ant and Dec and jungle campmate in the house, because all my nieces and nephews and everyone were all playing the jungle. My niece dressed up as me.
Put your outfit on from the jungle, that's so cute.
So it's nice that they've, you know, they've really took something away from it and enjoyed it, and obviously we're proud.
We said in the introduction, Colleen, that obviously you and Wayne have been in the papers for decades now, since the two of you have been together, since he broke onto the scene, and you've been together for such a long time. But it feels like you're in a different place personally, because you're actually ready to be seen and to talk and to do more media stuff. What do you think's shifted?
I think, you know, I'm a mum, and that's my priority over everything, is, you know, to make sure the kids are okay. I love being involved in everything that they do. You know, I'm at whatever school fixture I can be at, and I love it. But now they're all a bit older, they don't depend on me as much as they did when they were babies. So I feel like now the time is right for me to then, you know, start doing some more work again. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. And so obviously the jungle was the big thing, and now I've got lots of other little projects on the go, and I'm really enjoying it.
It's lovely, though, to do that, because are they 6 and 8? You're...
Yeah, 6, 8, 11 and 15.
Yeah.
It sounds so old now, doesn't it?
Really old,
Is he like a proper teenager?
He is, he's been a teenager for forever.
But you have these new exciting projects that you've got going on that you're very hands-on with as well.
Yeah, and over the years, you know, I don't put my name to anything. Like, I actually want to be involved. I want to enjoy and like the product. You get, you know, asked if I want, you know, freebies and this all the time, and I don't take them because I don't want to not pay the favour back in promoting or, you know, and so I've always said no. But this, you know, the applied nutrition range, which I'm doing at the minute, is something that I've always looked after myself, and I think that's important as a busy mum, is to look after yourself as well as everyone else. So I've always took supplements, I've always gone to the gym, I've always tried to fit everything in, and as you can see, I'm an organised person, so if my routine doesn't go to plan, you know, I can't get, you know, function off it. So I've really enjoyed being involved in, you know, from the beginning in this range.
Yeah. One of the things that everybody was talking about when you were in the jungle, and
how great she looked,
was your skin and how amazing you look. And your skin still looks incredible.
Amazing.
I can see that now. And you've got a skincare range that you're launching?
Yeah, so it's collagen, which I think is perfect for any age. You know, it prevents, and it's something that I think, you know, everyone should take every day. So in the range, we've got collagen, we've got hydration, we've got sleep, de-bloat and immunity. So there's lots of products for everyone. And it's just stick packs. So on the go, you can have them in the car, you put them in water. I had a de-bloat one before I come on here this morning.
OK, nice.
In warm water.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Listen, she shared everything in the jungle anyway. We've seen her showering, doing a squats at the same time. She might as well.
Yeah, but I think, you know, people think supplements are for, like, gym goers and people, but, you know, we all need it. And I think as easy, you know, to make it easy for people, that's what I wanted to do. Mum's on the go, and people do forget about themselves sometimes.
And how do you, like, look after yourself and take... Because, you know, like you said, no one's coming in to light the fire. No one's coming in to put some powder on you. Or what is your typical...
Do you know what I think? I get papped all the time, you know, coming out the gym. I don't wear a lot of makeup day to day, so there was no drastic change from me in the jungle.
Right.
You know, a lot of people wear makeup every day for work and, you know, do loads of shoots. And I think that's where you get a bit of a shock when you see people without makeup.
True.
So I don't think there was any, you know, people weren't shocked what I look like in there. But the skin thing, you know, the compliments that I got when I come out, it was amazing. And I was just like, oh, I don't know what you're on about. But it's obviously it goes to show that if you look after yourself, if you're consistent, then it works.
You had a rather nice date night last night. You and the hubby. You went to theatre?
Yeah, we went to theatre. Obviously, we came down yesterday for this morning and we decided to go and see Mrs. Doubtfire. So they invited us backstage after and I was like, Wayne, you have to put that mask on.
That is amazing.
But that's what, you know, it's nice because we have a laugh. You know, we still go out and we have a laugh. And
is that with the mask on?
How rude.
The thing is, he's going to get that sung at him now. Mrs. Doubtfire is going to become his new nickname on the terraces.
Yeah, funny.
That's lovely.
Listen, thank you so much for coming on the show, and you should be incredibly proud of what you accomplished.
See why the boys were as well.
Yeah,
thanks so much.
It's been one hell of a journey for the two of you, but you particularly, and if it now is your time to get out there and do some more. What we would love, because to organise 4 boys like you do, and your husband as well, we could do with some of that advice on this morning. Will you do some films for us where you can show us, because so many parents need tips and stuff about organising and how you go about doing stuff.
Yeah, no, that was the thing in the jungle as well. I organised that trunk every day and everyone was like, how'd you just... But I think it's just... I've always been like that, and I think it's the mum in me. I like to make sure everything's prepped and prepared in time.
We need some of that. Will you do some of that for us on this morning? We'd love that.
You make it look easy.
You do.
Why.
Thank you for coming in. It's great to see you.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning. Diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis at just 34, Adam Thomas has suffered with pain, sometimes so debilitating that it's left him struggling to walk.
Yeah, wanting to raise awareness of how arthritis can affect anyone at any age, Adam joins us now alongside Dr. Zoe with everything we need to know about the condition. Morning to both of you.
Good morning.
And I can't believe this. I can't believe somebody who I've known for a long time, you and your brothers, you're so young, you're so vital, so full of energy. I've never known you struggle with mobility.
No.
Has such a serious condition.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I just expect the unexpected, you know. I used to think that I was invincible, and it turns out that I'm not. But it's been a long journey. You know, my journey with arthritis started when I had an impact injury on my knees. I was actually training for a high rocks competition at the time. Right. And I got an injury on my knees and I couldn't walk for weeks and it just wasn't getting any better.
Did you just assume it was ligaments or...
I just thought I must have pulled something or something like that. And then a couple of weeks after that, I woke up one morning and my wrists were in so much pain. I genuinely felt like I'd broken my wrists. The pain was that severe. And so I went to hospital and I had an X-ray because I was convinced that they were broken. And the results came back and there was nothing on the X-rays. So then again, a couple of weeks after that, went back for an MRI scan. Results came back, nothing. And it wasn't until, you know, and this went on for months. It was such a long process. And then it wasn't until someone mentioned for me to get my bloods done. And then I got my bloods done and then they found inflammation within my joints. They then referred me to a rheumatoid specialist, where I was then finally diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis. And that was the most challenging bit for me because I was in so much pain and nobody was really giving me any answers. Yeah. You know, so not only physically but mentally that was draining. And then obviously you know, once you get the diagnosis, then it's just another challenge from then on, just trying to get the medication to work.
Now, obviously, you know, it's like sore joints, but
Yeah.
what are the other symptoms that you have? And what was it like trying to go to work as well?
Yeah, it was tough. You know, you have good days and bad days.
Yeah.
But as well as, you know, having psoriatic arthritis, you also get psoriasis as well, which is a skin condition.
Yeah.
Which at the time I had it all over my body and mainly my scalp as well. Which is, you know, quite tough when you work in the television industry.
Yeah, hair and makeup and
doing makeup, picking bits out of my hair all the time.
That must have been really, really tough.
Yeah.
Was there any family history of it as well, though? And did it sort of come out of nowhere?
Yeah, it just came out of nowhere. Looking back now, you know, my dad was in quite a lot of pain, and I just don't think he ever spoke about it, you know. But it is hereditary, and you know, that's what worries me the most is, you know, my kids might possibly get this one day. So, yeah, I'm just doing everything and anything that I can do now to just try and find a blueprint. So, you know, if it does happen, then I can pass that information on. And...
But you had this diagnosis. You were doing Strictly as well, not that long ago.
Yeah. So I got the diagnosis literally just before I did Strictly, because you know I signed up to do Strictly way before any of this. And so I just thought the pain would go away, and it just didn't. And I was like, so yeah, doing Strictly was very challenging indeed.
So we've now got a reason why you couldn't dance that well.
you
had to go there, didn't you?
That was what that question was about, basically.
Why I didn't do so well.
That
But
was
if you look
like-
back at some of the dances, I don't do any lifts or any swirls or anything like that because I couldn't lift her up.
No, you don't trust yourself.
But again, you know, even after the diagnosis, then, you know, it's finding the right medication that works for you. And everybody's different, and everyone's body is different as well. So, you know, what might work for some people might not necessarily work for you. So, you know, the medication was tough, and also the side effects to that as well.
Really?
You know, there was a medication that was on called methotrexate, which is basically like a short dose of chemotherapy. And, you know, as you can imagine, the side effects to that were really challenging. And,
horrible.
you know, just being sick and drowsy and fatigued all the time. So that was challenging, trying to work as well. So, yeah, it's been a long journey, but, you know, I'm starting to see light at the end of the tunnel now, which is good.
And I guess you have to make lots of lifestyle choices as well, because it's like, so filming moves later in the day because you've got a bit more mobility maybe, and
the producer,
diet?
Yeah, diet as well. So that's the main thing that I'm doing right now, because I came off the methotrexate, and then I was on sulfazine, I think it is.
Sulfasalazine.
That's the one, thank you, Zoe. Still can't pronounce these names.
We all need a
Sorry, you don't need to. You don't need to.
And then whilst I was on that, a friend of mine reached out and she recommended that I speak to a friend of hers who was a scientist that studies the autoimmune disease. And she recommended to me to, you know, stay on my medication, but also just try the carnivore diet, right? Well, a couple of weeks into me trying the carnivore diet, just my life changed. Like, genuinely, I just felt like my knees got a little less tighter, my swelling in my fingers went down. And I started that just before Christmas.
I assume a simple thing, it's just a lot of meat.
Yeah, literally just meat and eggs, that's all I have now. And I fell off a little bit at Christmas, and now I'm just basically, from the start of the year, I'm just going 90 days all carnivore. I've decided to come off all my medication. I know it's probably not the right thing to do, but I just wanted to try and do this as naturally as possible. And look, if it doesn't work, then, you know, I can go back to my medication, but I just don't want to leave any stone.
You're trying to do the thing that's right for you, and you're taking control of that. Zoe, I mean, that's not advice you'd just randomly give out to people, is just to ignore all your medication, of course, from the medical...
Absolutely not. And I think one of the key things is that with any illness like this, lifestyle first. If people can get themselves better and manage their illness with a lifestyle approach, fantastic. Carnivore diet is a very restricted diet, as you've mentioned. But actually, when you do a restrictive diet, whether it is vegan or carnivore, you actually cut out alcohol, you cut out sugar, you cut out gluten, you cut out a lot of the things that can increase inflammation in the body. And dietitians and nutritionists don't necessarily recommend a carnivore diet long term because actually there's no fibre, there's no vitamin C, so, you know, you can end up with nutritional deficiencies. But tell somebody like Adam, who at one point your wife had to help you get dressed in the morning, who was in that much pain, who's now able to go to the gym and move freely because they've made a dietary intervention. To stop, they're not going to.
No.
But I mean, I had a bit of a chat with Adam earlier, and I said, just be brave enough to share with your rheumatologist, because we're all really interested in how lifestyle can work now, much more than before. And it might even be that they can give you things like stronger anti-inflammatory painkillers to support you. And if you do have a flare-up, they're aware of what's going on and can get in there. So if people want to try a lifestyle approach, there's nothing wrong with that. It's great. But always do it under the support and guidance of your healthcare team.
Yeah.
And to anyone thinking about just stopping your medication,
don't do it.
usually it's not recommended because you could have a rebound response.
Sure.
So your symptoms could come back worse than they were before, or if your symptoms are under control with medication, you could go into remission. That's not to say you never can, but just do it with your doctor's support usually.
So let's talk about psoriatic arthritis then.
Yeah.
How does it compare to osteoarthritis, the other forms?
So it's very different to osteo. There are many types of arthritis. Osteoarthritis is the most common type.
Yes.
And that's this degenerative cartilage, often tends to happen later in life, that all of us potentially will get a little bit of at some point.
Okay.
What Adam's got is a form of inflammatory arthritis. So people might have heard of rheumatoid arthritis, might have heard of ankylosing spondylitis, which affects the spine, and people seem to be less aware of psoriatic arthritis. They're all different types of arthritis, but have a lot of overlap and similarity, and they do tend to present at a younger age, so typically between 35 and 50, but it can present in childhood. There are other types of arthritis that do present in childhood as well. So the treatments are different and they vary, but it does tend to be, like with most things, we have a treatment ladder. So it starts off, some people's disease can be managed just with painkillers or anti-inflammatory medications. Often people progress to what we call DMARDs, which is like methotrexate and sulfasalazine, which actually try to down-regulate the processes. It's the immune system that's starting to damage certain tissues in the body. So in psoriatic arthritis, often people do have the skin condition as well, but not always. Sometimes they've just had the scalp psoriasis, which they may just think they've had bad dandruff, but that's a clue that it could be psoriatic. Or there's a family history of either psoriasis or psoriatic arthritis. And it tends to affect the small joints of the body predominantly, so hands, elbows, it can affect knees, and it can affect the spine, often the neck as well.
What about long-term prognosis? Because you're still very young. You want to stay fit and healthy.
What's so important, and this is why I'm encouraging Adam to stay in touch with this healthcare team, is if it's not well managed, then this condition can cause permanent damage to the joints. So it can cause what we call erosions, which is where the bones actually get eroded away by the inflammation. It can cause extra new bone to be laid down. It can affect the nails as well as the skin. It can affect the bowel. It can affect the eyes, inflammation in other areas of the body. So it's really important that it's being monitored. Because Adam's tried 2 of these DMARD drugs now, it may well be that the next step for him, if he was going back onto medication, would be to step up to what we call a biological. So these are very targeted drugs. They're very expensive and they do come with a side effect profile and have to be closely monitored. But a lot of people, and I know people in the community have sort of recommended this to you, haven't they, that might be the next step. So there are treatments, they're getting better all the time. They're way better than they used to be. But if you can control this with lifestyle, under the supervision of your medical team, absolutely fantastic. But on a carnivore-only diet, you're going to need a bit of help.
Okay, I get it,
You're going to need a dietitian to help you as well.
But it's definitely worth having some guidance along with it. Like
completely.
And the Mediterranean diet, that's an anti-inflammatory diet that you can get all your nutrients from, and that's the one that usually would be perhaps recommended. But I'm not going to tell you to stop doing what you're doing.
Sounds like you are,
because
Zoe.
it's working.
Never.
Is your brother on Love Island, is that helping with the inflammation at the minute?
It's really, honestly, I feel like I'm cured. It's honestly magical.
How are you all finding it?
Oh, we're loving it. We're loving every minute of it. It's just brilliant. You know, we've got the whole family got together. We watched the first episode.
Amazing.
It was just amazing. I'm just so happy for him. I just want him to be happy. I just want him to enjoy it, you know. And, you know, when he was first going into there, he didn't really want to tell anybody because, you know, he was scared that people were going to talk him out of it. You know, he's 36 years old, he's going into Love Island. But he's just doing what he wanted to do. And, yeah, I just can't wait to see him fall in love, fingers crossed.
And there's lots of rumours about it all being fixed and everybody knows each other in bits and pieces like that.
I don't think so.
It's got sort of new...
India.
Of new
She's from Manchester, so they've crossed paths before. Like Scott said, I think Ekin-Su slid into his DMs. Why does he get all the DMs? I get nothing. I get nothing.
Let's see how it develops.
Loving it. Thank you for coming and sharing.
Thank you so much, guys. I
It's always
appreciate
great
it.
to see you've got such a positive outlet, which is hugely important.
Love that, man. Thank you, sir.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
slow-mo as well, doesn't it?
I just love it. You can certainly feel the power in the studio right now as Gladiators returns for a brand new series. We're joined by 4 of its superhuman stars. We've got Legend, Fire, Diamond and Giant. What a great show.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
When I watch it, it takes me back to being 8, and it's like the smoke and the lights and the excitement. It must be a brilliant show to be part of, Giant.
Oh, it's iconic. And like you said, I think it's brought families together again on the sofa on Saturday night. And I think that's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
But to have done the whole show proud in season 1 was an amazing thing as well. A massive achievement for everyone involved. And season 2's just stepped up again.
Yeah.
Because I think, Diamond, you came in and we met you at the start of season 1, of course, and everybody was excited about it coming. But the way it exploded must have, even for you guys, must have been so exciting to see the public receive it in the way it did.
Yeah, it really is incredible. It's, like you said, it's the response that it's had is just amazing. Like, from the kids to the adults, there really is something for everyone in it. And I think everyone's seen that, and we love it. And it's great to hear that everyone else does too.
Yeah, it's like the life lessons as well, where it's like if you fail, if it doesn't go right, you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off. I mean, somebody who it always goes right for, really. I mean, I don't know how you can improve on perfection from the previous.
You can't, Kat,
right,
really.
Right, I see. From the previous season, I mean, are you aiming even higher, or is there kind of nowhere to go?
I think you touched on it there. I think, you know, if you look at Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, where is, do you know what I mean? He's done everything. He's won everything.
Right.
He is objectively the best. So for him, it's more a case of just more of the same. Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of... And also, I think as well...
So you're going out to the Middle East?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Big time, that's the plan, yeah. It's more about trying to impart that on the others, do you know what I mean now? That's my role now, very much as like a
mentor.
Yeah, role model, you know, idol for these guys, something to aspire towards, you know?
Fire, how do you cope with Legend?
Exactly, how do I... Well, actually, I think us being a bit of a team, we have great banter, and I think it just adds to the show. It's absolutely brilliant. We're actually a big family, believe it or not. He loves us really, don't you? He does, he loves us really. Honestly, he can't do without us. And he's only funny because we're around. It would be weird if you were just on your own. So.
Oh,
that's very true.
But the great thing is, Fire, as well, you took part in Strictly as well. So now you've got all these extra moves that you can do. Like, there's a whole kind of new string to your bow.
Yeah, I've got some new moves coming. They're like a full choreographed routine, to be honest. So look out for that. And it's all part of it. We've got these amazing characters, bring those to life, and I think that dance can definitely add a bit of sass, a bit of flame to the fire.
Yeah. Are you going off on tour as well?
Yeah, right now. Yeah, like right today. Go straight off into rehearsal.
Friday, doesn't it?
The tour's coming Friday, we start. So I'm so looking forward to that. Just in time.
Multi-talented.
For it to come to the screen.
So how has Series 1 changed to Series 2? There's a couple more games, I guess. And the other thing that is crucial, because having hosted something like Ninja Warrior, second series, people turn up, the competitors turn up with a much better idea of what they're facing as well. So did you find the competitors were better trained?
The contenders definitely stepped up. And I don't want to disrespect any contenders from season 1, because they're amazing. But I think having the knowledge of the previous show and seeing it, they seemed more up for it. But we knew that. We had time to prepare, and we didn't leave anything to chance in our preparation. So it is a real David versus Goliath battle, and there's going to be this fireworks in season 2. Really is. Like
literally, there are literally fireworks. It was an absolute health and safety nightmare, honestly. They were going off everywhere like it was dangerous.
And you two are kind of the king and queen of duel, aren't you, essentially? Do you think the height gives you... Right?
I'll take that.
Do you think the height gives you a bit of an advantage?
I think the height is definitely... I know personally, I stood up taller on Jaw this year. I perfected my stance and...
Yeah. For the new series?
Yeah.
So you perfected your stance. It wasn't bad last time.
I mean, it was all right, but yeah, all I can say, just wait and see, because it's pretty good.
What's the stance? Will you show us the perfect dual stance?
I mean, I can, I suppose.
Yeah, go on, give it
Go for it. I was just going to say quickly that
I got told in...
Stand
on the sofa, make it more realistic.
Make it more realistic. Actually, stand up here, because it's way more realistic.
Yeah.
I think so. I used to squat down quite a bit.
Well, I got told in season 1 that my legs were a bit small. So I had to work on my quads a bit more for season 2. So that's what I did. I worked hard on the quads. And it really is...
It shows.
You know, I think the back foot sideways, front foot forwards.
Yeah, so you've got to get the feet, Barry. Can you get the stance of the feet?
There we go.
Yeah, so from
just
feet
a little
up.
bit more than shoulder width.
Yeah.
You got to equal the weight, squeeze the glutes tight.
That's like second position.
That's a solid stance. This is how I stand.
I can confirm the glutes are squeezed, by the way, back here.
The glutes tight around the back.
So I make the breakfast, make the bed.
Activation is good.
Just like this all the time.
Like a birthing stance, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Like a birthing stance.
Yeah.
Similar stance for that, and the stance for you, Diamond, as well.
Yeah, very much similar, but let's just stand up nice and tall, so you've got the height advantage very much over the contenders. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Excellent.
compare, unfortunately.
No, absolutely not. Legend, do you ever go into the locker room and give them like a bit of a pep talk in there?
I think a lot of the time it's more, I'll just stand there and they'll just look at me. A lot of the time I find them, I'll be doing my own thing and I turn and there's like 7 or 8 of them just sat, just looking at me, observing me. Do you know what I mean?
And what do you think's going through their mind?
They're in awe. I think a lot of the time they're just in awe.
Awe.
Yeah.
Is that
and I'll be filming bits sometimes.
Yeah, is that quite hard to have to put up with that sort of adoration?
Yeah, it is hard, yeah. It is hard, you know, it's kind of awkward at times as well. I find trying to fit in with normal people in society generally is quite difficult.
Yeah.
So I just tend to, I tend to avoid them.
You know,
I tend to avoid them quite a lot if I can, like generally. But no, it's fine, it's nice, you know. Someone's got to do it, haven't they? And I think it's shining a light, like a lighthouse.
Yeah, it's like a dizzy
like
height.
a massive gold lighthouse, I think.
Yes. I nearly said something else then. There's this wonderful book that is a companion for the series, and there's lots of really interesting bits and pieces in this. Now then, Giant, there's something about one of your go-to lunchtime snacks in here.
Because it's always interesting to find out what you guys can do.
6,500 calories a day, something like that?
Yeah, that was what I would be doing on an average day.
On an average day, which is extraordinary. And you have, one of your snacks is chicken breasts with banana in a bagel.
Cinnamon.
Coated with cinnamon and nut butter.
Yep, that's right.
And you have 4 days. I think we've had one of these made.
It sounds not great, Giant.
Now,
it
this one
really
of those-
doesn't...
really good.
Is it really good?
You've really got to try it.
It's really nice.
Well, we've had one made for us. There you go.
Come on then, can you feel the power?
So you have 4 of these.
OK, here we go.
They've gone all out with the dressing on top there.
What
I
is
like
that?
that.
Is that
Cinnamon, it's banana that they've put on top.
That looks like
go on,
it's
Kat.
Look at that.
mouldy banana.
Yeah.
Mouldy banana.
So you've got the salty and the sweet, the protein, the carbs.
Is it like an explosion?
Perfect snack just before Jewel.
I mean, you're not
No, you're fake.
frowning it or anything, so it's good.
Savoury,
Yeah,
that's right.
You thought, yeah?
The cinnamon definitely helps.
If you want to switch it up,
But that's why I said the sweet and savoury, that's what it is.
Bad.
it's probably important that it's hot as well. Is that hot or cold?
Oh, no, this is cold. Should it be hot as well? You like it toasted and hot.
You're getting like a 7 out of 10 experience there.
You have 4 of these.
4 a day, yeah.
It's a workout just trying to get through one of them.
It's
quite dry.
Got it, mate. Let's go.
It's quite dry.
Cinnamon.
What do you eat in a day? Or if you're training, does it change?
So you're 6,500 calories, yeah?
Yes.
I'm kind of 7,000 for me normally. 7,000. And then,
It's just above.
Nice and tall.
yeah, various things. I eat live chicken sometimes.
No, OK.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
You're more lean. You're clean eating lean, aren't you, in the book? That's what it says. That's what you like to eat.
Yeah, I've not really focused on aesthetics ever in life because I've always focused on performance, being like a sprinter. So I haven't really looked at food like that, my nutrition. But with gladiators, obviously, we need loads of different skills and bulk up to get bigger and stronger. Obviously, the reach, things like that helps. So.
I think we need to get you guys to come in and do a cooking session.
Yeah,
for us.
That.
Cook like a gladiator.
You might need to wear a little more protective clothing, though, just in case.
A little apron, we'll be fine.
There's a little penny.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Lovely
for coming
to
on
see
the
you all.
show.
Thank you for
It's a
coming in.
Great show.
Legend, thanks for dating us with your presence as well. We feel honoured to be with you.
I mean,
today.
no one blue steals better.
No one.
Gladiators starts on Saturday at 5:50 on BBC Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
Just now, Martin, great to have you with us.
Yeah.
I loved Manhunt. I loved the whole Colin. It was such a brilliant. So it was 2 series of it, wasn't it? But based on true stories.
Oh yeah, from Colin. Yeah.
So with this, you went back, and this is kind of obviously about county lines, isn't it? But the whole thing is fictional.
It is a fiction, but all the machinations of the county lines are real. I mean, that's how it happens.
Yeah, you went into the research of it.
Yeah,
you went behind it.
It's really scary. I mean, it's massive. It's endemic, and unstoppable, and it's constantly looking for new markets, and it has a disposable workforce. You know.
So what's the premise of the story?
So the premise is I play Nathan, who's a single-parent farmer with his teenage son, played by Louis Ashbourne Serkis.
Who's incredible, by the way.
He's amazing.
He's so good.
He's really good, and he's really charming too. Very well parented.
It's in the blood.
It's in the blood. Yeah, I guess it is. But no, he's really good in it. So he gets he gets hooked up. I think there's a misconception that I sort of subscribe to that young men get attracted to the glamour of crime or something like that, but they don't. They get tricked into it.
Yeah,
That's how
it's
he
like
gets
bullying, isn't it, as well?
It is, and then once they're in, it's terrifying.
Well, that line
because
there,
there's-
just look after it for a week.
It's only weed.
Yeah, just a bit of weed. Yeah. So that's kind of it's sort of because farming is about land and boundaries and borders and this sort of encroachment and how to deal with it, plus the fact of how to deal with a teenage boy. You know, that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
As a single parent.
As a single parent, yeah. And with the constant pressures of the farm, farming keeps coming. You know, you have to keep going.
And also, you're working with your lovely wife as well.
I am working
Philippa.
with my trophy bride.
And how is that working with each other all the time?
It's fine. It's how we
You
met.
don't mind it?
We don't do the same thing, so there's no...
Never
there's
see her?
No, otherwise, I wouldn't see her, yeah.
What show did you meet on?
It was a film called Staggered.
Yeah.
That came out years ago.
Well, if you never see her, how did you get with her then?
What? Never see her?
If you never see her on these
No, I
shows
do.
and you work on different departments, how did you... Oh, OK.
What?
Okay. Nothing.
But when you get home and you have dinner, are you just always talking about that day and the shoot and so forth, or do you just park it and then talk about Shire horses?
Well, sort of, yeah. I mean, we've got so many other shared issues in our life. Parenting, the farm, the animals.
Yeah.
How is the farm?
The farm's
Is
great.
it doing all right?
Well, it's
What have you got
very
on the,
muddy.
What have you got on the farm at the moment? What
At
animals?
the moment, I've got we've got 7 horses, handful of cattle, 5 dogs, 2 cats, 9 hens.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I loved in my notes it said you said it's basically just a rubbish stew.
Yeah, just a rubbish stew.
But you harvest hay, don't you?
We make, you see those giant black bales in the fields.
Yes.
So they're not much use to the equestrian community because they're too big. They'll have gone off by the time you finish them. So nobody makes small bales anymore except us.
So you do a small
We make
bale?
small bales for the equestrian community.
And is that the basis of the farm?
That is at the moment, and I'm going to tickle the beef up a bit. Can I say that?
I mean, you have.
It's done.
I think we can take it in any way
yes.
it's meant, I suppose.
Yes.
Who doesn't mind tickling some beef?
No, but I do like producing beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What got you into farming in the first place?
Well, we bought a farm. That was.
That will do it.
Well,
That would do
do
it.
something with
Once
this.
you jump off a cliff, all you can do is fall. We'd always wanted a field for a pony for our daughter Emily, and one never came up, and then suddenly 130 acres came up, which wasn't quite what we were looking for. But it just felt like, well, you've got to do. If you don't do something, you have a grass problem.
Yeah.
It'll all go wild. So we started. We had loads of sheep. They're annoying.
What's the most annoying thing about farming sheep?
Lambs are nice.
Yeah.
They're fun and they play, and then
Yeah, I like
they grow
sheep.
into
I love
sheep. They're
sheep.
charmless, and they die for a pastime.
Oh, God.
Oh, they really anything,
they?
anything going. I had a ram once who just leant up against the fence like that and went, "Oh, I'm going to die now." And that's where he was. That's where I found him, leant up against the fence, dead.
Aw.
Idiot.
But it's hard work. People don't realise how hard
Yeah.
I worked on a
Tough
farm for 2
grind.
weeks. Hardest thing in my life.
is, yeah,
It's
very
so
much so.
tough.
Yeah.
But what's great is the fact that you're playing a farmer, but you are a farmer, so you
Yeah,
can do,
yeah.
I suppose you can do the tractors.
Yes.
You can do everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So it works.
Well, that was sort of part of the conception.
You have been quite jammy in all the parts that you've got, haven't you, though? You've had such a lovely life, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, and a trophy bride, and a wonderful daughter. Yeah.
Can you tell us about the show with Neil Morrissey? 'Cause it's a travel show, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I haven't seen any of
Another
it.
jammy job.
Another jammy job. Yeah.
Yes, travelling around France eating, by the sound.
Eating
With your best mate.
We went up the Pyrenees. We went fishing for tuna in Biarritz. We ate in Michelin-starred restaurants. We rode Camargue horses.
Is this all set in the southwest of France? Isn't it?
Southwest of France, because that's where Neil has a place. That's where he goes when he's not working. And it was just really nice hanging out with him, like 2 idiots trying to make each other laugh, like
That's
we
so
always used to.
lovely.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a bit tiresome having to make a programme, to be honest. But there you go. Them are the breaks.
Just wanted to be left on your own.
Yeah, just yakety yak.
Can't I just be jammy in, like, without the
Yeah.
cameras?
Yeah.
Well, you've also written a book about animals as well. What's that called?
That's called Meetings with Remarkable Animals, yes. That's
Lovely.
yeah, it is. It's really nice.
Did you enjoy
book.
writing it?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
like the
Because
process?
there's so much research about amazing animals that have done amazing things, like mind-detecting rats. the rubble dogs who went through 9/11, the guide dog who helped people down the stairs
Lovely
of the North
stories.
Tower. There's a really there's a little piece of a dying soldier in the First World War in the trenches writing a note, and he's saying, "God bless Mary and the kids," and then a pigeon that's a carrier pigeon that's damaged lands near him. And he writes, "We make a right old pair. I got one leg, he's got one wing. Still, I'll hold him tight and we'll go on together. God bless."
Oh, I'm buying it now.
Martin.
Thank you,
Out there
Martin.
airs 19th of January, 9 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.
The only show on ice.
Also happens to be the greatest.
It's
Great
the
coincidence.
greatest only show on ice, and it's out this weekend on Sunday. We're very, very excited. And someone who's getting her sequins on and her skates on is our very own Fern McCann.
Despite saying she'd never skate again after an accident when she was 7 years old, she is here.
Well,
it's so good to
so
see you.
Did you skate when you were a kid?
So it was an ice skating party, and there was an older boy on the ice who was like toe picking the ice.
Right.
And the back of his ice skate went into my leg.
Oh my
I ended up in A&E and had to have stitches.
Oh my God.
But it didn't put me off.
It is a dangerous thing to do, though, isn't it?
It is. Like, it's no joke, ice skating. It's so challenging. And I think that with this show, especially as a viewer watching it over the years, you don't give the celebs enough credit.
Yeah.
Right.
What you go through, it's an intense crash course, and it's full of ups and downs. Like, the highs are really high. When you, like, have nailed something, it is just the best feeling. And it's so slight. Everything is like, if you're too much on the left, you get it wrong. And it's frustrating because you can't go, "Oh, I just want to do a 3-turn." That's an ice skating move, by the way. You can't just, like, mentally bring yourself to do it. It's a skill and it's a sport, and it's been challenging.
What annoys me is when the press, like, say things like, "Oh, she's skated before." They probably picked up on the fact that you skated when you were seven. Like, you've skated before. But you literally couldn't skate.
I had no ice skating experience apart from Christmas time, going to, like, a rink with Sunday, bent over a penguin or a snowman, just trying to hold her up.
That's so true.
No experience whatsoever.
Also, when it goes badly wrong, it goes badly. It's not like a lot of other reality shows where...
That pillar?
It's that pillar.
The pillar's actually falling apart.
There's not a lot of other sort of shows where, you know, you might have a little fall here or tumble. Like, when it goes wrong, it can go really badly wrong on ice, can't it?
It's dangerous, but you're so well protected, and I've got a fantastic supportive partner.
What's the most likely? Is it ankles that's the most likely thing to sort of go?
Do you know what? I don't even want to think about it right now.
On a plate.
Really?
Ice skating, yeah.
Are you joking?
No, yeah.
Ice
a long time, yeah. I fell over on the ice.
Goodness, this is not what I need to hear.
Yeah.
That is
pins
not
on
a
a plate.
talk.
I'm
But
so
I had
sorry
them
you went through
removed
that.
because the pins were annoying me. But after a year, I had them removed and it was fine. So don't worry. You get yourself
so it's
back
gonna be-
together. I mean, it's a little bit of time off, but you know,
Get the pins
sometimes
in.
I enjoyed the rest.
Do you know what? Let's move it swiftly on, because I just hope and pray that it will all be all right on Sunday.
So when they came to you, did you have hesitation?
I have loved this show. I have absolutely loved it, and it's always been on my bucket list. And I was like, if I got the opportunity... They actually asked me the year before, but it wasn't the right time. We've recently had Infinity. And then I thought, if I get asked again, I'm just going to go for it. And it was perfect time, what with finishing my reality show at the end of the year last year, and just to go on to such a fantastic production. Like, it really is such a special show. It's so magical.
And you say about the fact that you've got such a supportive family, you can actually juggle. And when you've got a family who are so solid and tough, you don't worry about the kids, do you? And then you can enjoy yourself.
I'm going to be honest, I feel like I'm having a bit of a break. Like, I love my children so much, but this is like a nice... It's a nice release. It's a nice escape from motherhood. And it's just going to be a full family affair for us. Like, everyone's going to come and enjoy. And Sunday's now 7, so it's the first show that I've been a part of that she can actually come and support.
She's going to love it.
Yeah, she's
Have
really
you got
excited.
thighs of steel at the moment?
Well, I tell you what, you get the ice skating booty, right?
Do you?
Because you're constantly in, like, a squat
Maybe I
position.
need to do it.
Yeah, getting but are you not put off with your ice skating?
A little
Andrew?
bit. I've got a fear of ice now. I'll be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, I'd rather just come and see Holly Willoughby and Stephen Mulhern.
Yeah,
Just have a nice time.
Yeah, have a nice time.
Yeah,
Say hello.
I don't blame you.
But yeah,
we've got to talk because we were talking during the break. SAS, like, how tough was that show? Because for me, it's like it's the show you deserve so much props for going.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you know, it's a completely different challenge to Dancing on Ice, because with Dancing on Ice, you're learning a complete skill. With SAS, that was mentally and emotionally challenging. I was away from Sunday. I didn't have Finty at the time, and it's so physical, and they find your weakness.
Yeah.
Like, it's so... Because you think, oh, you watch it on TV, is it seriously that tough? Like, they don't break out of... It's not even character. They will find your weakness and they will pick. It was, yeah, challenging.
Did you cry in that?
Every day. Every day I was like,
Is
what
it
on
through
earth?
what, hunger or fatigue or...?
Just everything, missing home,
No
hunger,
phone.
fatigue. Oh, I loved the break from the
Do
phone.
you?
Yeah, but unlike Dancing on Ice, where you get all the, like, the glitz and the glam, like, that was challenging because you don't get to speak to home and everything like that. So, I mean, two completely different shows.
Yeah.
They both have their different challenges, but honestly...
You're so
Dancing on Ice-
brave.
I'm loving it. I am honestly loving this whole experience. Like, you know, the camaraderie behind the scenes, like in the dressing room and the wardrobe team and the whole production, it's just been fantastic. And I feel like
Look
so
how
excited
good
for the
you
live.
are. You are so good. Oh. So you've got to the stage now where you're actually gliding on the ice. You're actually a good skater now, so it must be a relief.
I genuinely can't believe it. The
Live shows
progression
now.
is crazy because, like I said, I started off not being able to ice skate whatsoever and feeling really frustrated because I was like, how am I ever going to get this?
Yeah.
And I really just had to surrender and trust the process.
Smashed it.
Fern, just really quickly, you feel like a really old soul. Like, do you know what I mean? As in, like, I know you're not doing a reality show anymore. What would you like to do next? Because I could see you going into sort of like an obdoc or
do you know,
investigating something.
I feel really excited for the future. I had a bit of a wobble because it was such a massive decision to end my reality show. It was such a big chapter, and even speaking about it, it makes me emotional. That's why I just feel so grateful about Dancing on Ice, because it's a great focus for me to walk into in a fantastic show. But now I'm, like, excited to explore other passions away from reality a little bit. And
you can go back to reality anytime if you want to.
Yeah.
Do it,
Nice to have a
seriously.
break.
Yeah. Thank
Lovely to have
you,
you with
though.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bless
Good luck.
you. Thank you.
Well, Dancing on Ice starts this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. on ITV1 and ITV.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, listen, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
What have you put, Dermot?
It's Tyler, has to be. It's
Tyler.
but it's not Tyler.
Kaz and Tyler, join us now. Thank you for joining us.
Tyler.
Oh, we are addicted. And how are you finding watching the show now that you're out? I mean, Mina's playing a good game, isn't she?
Mina is phenomenal. I was on a lock in Scotland on a raft for 2 hours with her, and I had no idea she was a traitor. And we're sitting like, who do you think it is? Who do you think it is? I was like, not you.
Why do you think she's doing so well? Is she quite understated?
She's very good at, like, taking a step back, just being in the background.
Not being Linda, basically.
Yeah, basically, she's not Linda.
Linda is like, oh, you think? Who is it? Who is it? Couldn't be me, is it you? Linda's amazing.
Or Armani, who went... I mean, she was really over the top as well,
I think together we're all waiting for Linda at the round table to accidentally vote for herself. I think it might be Linda. Oh, no, what have I done?
Does she even know what's going on?
No.
She's so great.
She needs to be protected at all costs.
Well, the thing is, like, we all voted for the round... I voted for the first round table, and it seems like she's gone under the radar now.
Yeah.
Which I think is a blessing for all of us.
Guys, when you do the show, obviously you film it a while ago and then everyone keeps stumbling, but you don't see it until it goes out. So are you surprised when you watch it as to the dynamics and so on?
Completely, yeah. So I had no idea just how early people had turned on me. So I remember watching the first episode and be like, what? Someone just tried to murder me, and you all think I tried to murder myself? What? I just wanted to have breakfast. What's wrong with you people?
I never expected, obviously, watching on telly, you think, oh, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to do this, going to do that. Then when you get in there, you're like, this ain't what I thought. Do you know what I mean?
Not in the slightest,
it's mental, innit?
Yeah.
You know.
And the slightest look or the slightest thing that you say can be looked as as a traitor, I mean, you had a twinkle in your eye and you did a speech, and that was looked at as if you was a traitor.
So
It's
well,
unbelievable that you can't just be yourself.
I think it's even worse for you, Tyler, because I watched yesterday's episode and I was like, where did he come from?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It was just being
like,
nice.
switched like
I know.
360. Like
Tyler, your face when they mentioned your name, you were like, sorry.
It was literally like I was confident as pie going in, and then as soon as Leon said my name, I was like, it's like the pie was gone.
Yeah. But do you have those things where you start second guessing, going, oh yeah, why did I look that way? Because people are picking up on such kind of slight, tiny sort of little inclinations, aren't they?
It's really weird because it's such a high. It's a really strange kind of pressure because people are watching you. You forget that you're trying to just live your life at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's so many hours in a day where you're all just playing this game continuously, and you just forget that people are watching you every so often. So every so often you'll do something really human, and everyone will be like, "Oh, he's a traitor. He went to the loo."
Or the stupidest line of this series is, you save people's life during the day, so therefore you murder them at night.
That was unbelievable.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry to everyone for my response to it.
But on a serious note, I actually got really quite upset when you said that you felt isolated in there. That was really a moment where I thought, oh, that must have been a horrible feeling. How did that feel when you started to have to walk out of rooms when people were telling you?
It was pretty tough. I understood the nature of it. I understood the nature of the game. And in many ways, I understand. I'm quite lucky because I come from a stressful background, so I can just be myself when there's high stress situations. But everyone responds to stress in a different way. And I don't want to be too judgmental when you're Tyler here, but I imagine that the stress got to you a little bit every so often, and therefore you were making decisions that you weren't expecting and didn't expect to make. But my response to it was to kind of like, well, I'm here. I'm in this like crazily amazing castle. There's a peacock outside, and look at the scenery. This is never going to happen again in my life. So I just engage.
You always know it's going to be a game.
Yeah,
exactly. So it's just just try and
just enjoy the environment. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, so I might as well make the most of it.
What about you, Tyler?
I said before I went in, I wanted to be a faithful, and I was glad I was a faithful because obviously with my barbering and stuff, I don't know how people ever
Everyone
trust me.
trusts you.
They ain't going to trust me if I'm a traitor. I'll be telling them they're going thin on top, and but yeah, it was just a once in a lifetime experience, and what I got out of it was meeting all these amazing people like yourself, Kaz, that I've never probably meet in everyday life, and yeah, it was just amazing, especially seeing the peacock as well at the castle. That was.
Oh, you like your ornithology, don't you?
Yeah, I love my birds and. Just...
What's the best birds you saw while you were there? I mean, other than the peacock.
Well, when I was at my personal lodgings, there were two birds outside.
What was their names?
Argevil, Rosie and Jim. And I think they was going to start a family, but I was obviously banished at the time that happened.
What were they?
You are.
What was
there were two gulls. You'd call them seagulls, but...
Yeah, blackback gulls.
Yeah, I mean, they're just amazing, but I'm obviously an old soul and stuff. I love stuff like that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, same.
Back to the traitors.
Hang on a minute.
Back to the traitors.
Hang on a minute. I saw a nuthatch the other day, honestly. Can't believe it. Two nuthatches.
Back to the traitors. Do you think you changing your mind and changing your vote, was that your downfall?
That was one thing I was like, oh, why did I do that? But I do think the click that got mentioned, I think that Leon and Leanne got spooked about it.
Right.
And then they thought, we can't have this, let's get him gone. Which really hurt me because I thought there were mates in there, but everyone says you ain't got no mates in there.
There's no mates in there. It's a game.
Well, you're all friends, and none of you are friends at exactly the same time.
Yeah,
I suppose, because you're going through this unbelievable collective experience, but at the same time you're there, you're there to win. What amazes me is that this conversation, or a conversation you don't even think about, suddenly then gets brought up 8 hours later, a day later. I don't even remember having that chat. Yeah. We have to look at you, at your wonderful...
iconic
exit. Have we got it? Can we see it? It was my favourite bit of the show so far. Take a look.
Let's have a look.
It's been fantastic, and you are all fantastic people. I know it's just a game. And Joe, who'd have thought you'd have caught me based on a twinkle in the eye? On the first round table, I was selected to be a faithful.
Oh my God! All about the quick turn.
The quick turn
all about the turn.
I'm off.
Did you plan that speech, Jack?
Yeah, so I had a rough idea of what I wanted to do because the last couple of days have started to become quite heavy, and I was like, actually, I don't want to leave this place feeling sad, because I've had an amazing time. And often when the faithful go, it's always really sad and everyone's crying, etc. I was like, I'm not going to cry. I want to walk away with a smile on my face.
Not like me.
But what is the stupidest thing that's happened? I was like, I need to make a speech based on that.
Yeah.
Then I was like, what if I pretend to be a traitor? And then
so
just
good.
see what happens.
Oh, Kat,
and then I just looked at Joe and I was like, twinkle in my eye. That was,
But they thought they'd got you
yeah.
then.
And I was like, okay, I can't look at them. I can't look back at them. I just used to like say it, drop it, and go. And then I was holding myself the whole way through. I was like, come on, just say it, just say it.
Who do you want a traitor to win or a faithful to win?
I think I want Mina to win. I think she's brilliant. I really do. I want Mina to win. Is that a bad thing? Because at the end of the day, you're all on the same page. You all got given those roles.
Yeah.
I think she's doing a great job. I do want her to win.
About you guys.
It's a really tough one because obviously we get to know each other so well.
Yes.
And we kind of have become a family. So you're like, I know all of you well enough that I want you all to win, and we don't know what the game's going to throw up.
Yeah.
So it's
Go on, give us a name, Kat.
Give us a name.
Give us a name.
I want myself to win. I think Kat should have won.
Sorry.
And I'm going to come back later on
You never
and
know.
take it away from everyone else.
Tyler, who do you want to win?
There's only one name, obviously, Livy, because
it's a lovely relationship.
she backed me to the hills and back. Do you know what I mean? Like she was like my sister in there, and yeah, so.
Oh, well, good luck.
But wouldn't it be amazing?
Thanks,
wouldn't it be
guys.
amazing if Linda won, though?
Oh, if Linda won.
It'd be so weird.
Can I just quickly say,
Linda can't win.
Linda, I know you're watching. I'm going to go to that camera. Linda, I know you're watching. You're meant to be at your doctor's in 10 minutes' time, so please, can you just leave the house?
Yeah, come on, Linda. Don't be late for that appointment.
Thank you for joining
Cheers,
us.
guys. Traitors continues tonight, 9 p.m. on...
Well done, Chris.
Yeah.
As everybody
Yeah.
was saying, and the host is here right now, Graham Norton.
I only just recorded that, and I'm looking at it thinking, I wonder what that is.
No, you were fully invested. You were 100% in
No,
there.
and I honestly, on the day I am, I'm looking, because I don't know the puzzles beforehand, so I'm genuinely looking at the puzzles thinking...
Did they not give you the answers?
They would if I asked. But
you quite
it's
like the
more,
fun of not
It keeps you
knowing.
interested if you don't know the answers, you know.
Do you think it's actually difficult, or do you think it's being in the moment with the prize money and everything?
I mean,
else?
it's such a cliche, but it is much harder than it looks. You know, if you're sitting at home on your sofa, you know,
Running in flip-flops.
Yeah, of course, you know that. But when you're there, you're thinking about the other contestants, you're thinking about how much money, when will I get a turn on the wheel, you know, all of those things are going on. So it is much harder. Even the studio audience, I think, are sitting there thinking, yeah, we know this. Just because it's so much easier when you're not actually playing the game.
The pressure of being under the lights, as I know when you're doing something, you get the most wonderful answers, and people can just sort of melt as well, can't they? They completely buckle.
Oh, no, and also, particularly with word puzzles, if you just have a blind spot, if early on you decide, oh, that must be wood, and you can't get that out, then you're doomed. You'll never get it.
Yeah. It's also there as well because people know the money that's at stake too, and they're invested because they think to themselves what they would do with the money.
Because the problem is that, to begin with, Wheel of Fortune, when they start playing, it's just fun.
Yeah.
And then about halfway through, some of them have quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they realise, oh, I could be going on to play for the 50 grand.
Yes.
And, you know...
Life-changing.
I mean, I'm beside the people, and they're shaking. And they hadn't been shaking up to this point. Now it's
That's because you're next to them.
Well, yeah, that's right. No, it's so deadly serious. It's so deadly serious.
It's such an... I was watching it on Saturday night, and I couldn't get them. I was kind of exactly that. You get word blind, and you're thinking, what's this phrase? What's that word? And then I was sort of remembering the heritage of the show, because it's been around for a long time. This is your first game show since Carnal Knowledge?
Well remembered, then, Shepherd.
Him and Shep both remember the show
My thing
very
about
well.
Carnal Knowledge, which I absolutely loved, obviously, because I was of an age where...
Oh, my God.
Look at this. I was properly of an age
Oh, I
where...
hope my friend Maria's watching. She'll love that picture's on television.
It's very influential when you're of a certain age, that was. But, as Kat was saying, Cher always brings this up on your show.
Yes. It's so weird. Every time Cher brings up that and Father Ted. I think she's seen 2 television programmes and I'm in them.
Has she watched Wheel of Fortune yet?
Not yet. Well, she has in America.
Because it's big over there as well, of course, isn't it?
Huge
Oh, yeah,
over there.
Ryan Seacrest has just taken it over.
Yeah, he's just taken... But it must be quite nice to go into something like that knowing, OK, this is a format, it works, it's great.
Absolutely.
Just don't mess it up, Norton.
Because it's that sort of thing. It is kind of the OG, you know. It's that one. And I'm sure you guys have done pilots for game shows, new formats, and there's always a funny bit in the pilot. And you've done all the run-throughs in the office. And then on the night, you're doing the pilot, and about halfway through, you realize, oh, there's a major format flaw.
This is not
This is
gonna
why
work.
this will never work.
And you've got to keep going till the end,
Yeah.
knowing
Oh,
that.
it's so painful. It's so painful.
You are mid-run with the chat show.
Yeah, we're just back tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Who's on tomorrow?
Tomorrow night, you've got Brie Larson, Tom Hiddleston, Billy Porter, and Woman of the Hour, Claudia Winkleman.
Oh, amazing!
Wow.
Are you a Traitors fan?
I am so invested already.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's unbelievable. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
Linda, I love Linda. Traitors, yes.
Oh, that was brilliant. When even her earrings swung, she moved so quickly.
It was amazing, isn't it? And Celebrity Traitors, they're going to do. Is that? Would you?
No.
No. Would you? What would you? What would you?
Actually, no. Do you know what? What I'd like to do is just the round tables.
Yes, to sit there with
if
that
it
bit.
didn't have, if it didn't have the missions.
Yes, yeah. All the
I'd do
tasks.
it, yeah.
Yes.
Traitor or faithful?
Oh, it was way more fun to be a traitor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
way more fun.
Murdering
And you can
people.
work the hood.
Yeah,
and
you've got something to
everything.
do when you're a traitor.
Yes.
If you're a faithful, you just...
Yeah.
Waiting to be killed.
In terms of the lineups of your show, I mean, you have some of the most incredible guests on. Is there anybody that you would still like to get on, or still, or even put together on the same couch? Because I think that's always the interesting
It
bit.
is, and that's the bit you never kind of know
Subscribe,
about. One of my go-to answers for this question was always Julia Roberts. We never got
Yes.
Julia Roberts, and then we did.
Yes.
We got her, and it was on a ridiculously starry show where she was on with Tom Hanks and Cher. Oh, there they are, and Timothée Chalamet. And
I mean, that is a ridiculously starry show.
ridiculous. Like, that's too rich in terms of a cooking metaphor.
You've peaked.
Ingredients.
It was a bit creamy. Yeah. That is a lot to have in one dish. So, but Julia was kind of the secret sauce. She was great. She kind of fangirled over Cher.
Yeah.
She kind of, she knew Tom really well.
And that's
She
the
was
bit
great.
that you can't prescribe for, isn't
No,
it? You just don't
absolutely,
know.
because she'd never done a British talk show before.
So who would you still like to
So
get?
who are you going to move
We've
on
still
now?
never had Brad Pitt. Never had him. He's about the last of those kind of old school kind of
Yeah.
Hollywood stars that we haven't had.
Yeah.
And divas? Who's the diva?
I mean, look, there are egos involved.
Yes.
Often, the thing that makes me laugh is when, I go out and talk to the audience, and then I'm backstage, and some of the guests are there. We always have to wait for someone.
Yes.
Someone always makes it their job to be last, and I don't know what that's about, but apparently it's a thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Who's made you wait the longest?
I cannot tell you. Some people have made us wait a long time.
Really? And how about a dressing room for a phone? Have you ever had that?
Oh, we did have that. Yeah, I nearly blurted out who did that. Yes.
Feel free.
No, I won't. I've talked to this before, but they had 9 dressing rooms already.
Yeah.
And then someone came
Needed
in
an extra
and went,
one.
we need an extra one because they want to charge their phone.
Yeah. Sounds like dealy behaviour to me.
Does sounds like very
Very
dealy.
dealy
Very
behaviour to
dealy.
me, yeah, really.
Right, now, look, Wheel of Fortune is continuing this Saturday at 6 o'clock on ITV1. 16 million watched the last one, so we're expecting it's going to be big.
That's pretty big.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.
Brilliant. We're
some great
joined by
lines
Tom
in
Brittany
there.
and the new vicar, Rishi Nair. Good morning to both of you.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello.
Lovely introduction. We'll come to that in a moment. Goodness me, Tom, that scene when you say, I hope we make you proud, we both nearly went watching it. How was it to film?
Well, just seeing it again there, close. It was close. It was very emotional. I mean, there was no acting required for that at all. We kept crying before we were shooting it. We were like, no, save it for the take. But it was heartbreaking.
Why now? Why have you decided that it's time to pass on the dog collar?
I don't know. I keep asking myself. It was, I don't know. I was happily employed, and I felt like being miserable and unemployed for a bit. No, it just. I'd done 5 series, and it was the best time of my life. But every good thing has to come to an end, and I thought Will's journey had come to an end. It just felt like it was time for some new blood,
It's so funny because it's one of those things where it's sad but incredibly exciting at the same time, because all these new opportunities are now out there and available too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I wanted to see what was out there in the world, and and just, you know, not play a vicar for a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is good, yeah.
So, handing the baton over, how do you feel walking into these very big shoes?
Yeah, nervous. Big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
After Mr. Tom Brittney and, of course, James Norton. But yeah, it was really exciting, of course, but also nerve-wracking, you know, and feeling like you need to deliver. The show's been going for 9 seasons.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be the vicar that came on and then cancelled the show.
That would be bad.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but really exciting. And as soon as I joined, everyone was so lovely. All the cast, Robson, Tessa Peake-Jones, everyone made me feel such part of the family straight away. And so I felt so comfortable as soon as I started.
Often these things, you don't film it in order. Was that your first scene on set, punching Robson?
That was my very first scene. And I only had one scene that day. And, you know, I was already so nervous. You're like the new kid at school.
Yeah.
Everyone's been going for 9 years. And I was like, brilliant. My first scene, I punched Robson Green in the face.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
Amazing.
But what a way to start.
Fabulous.
But also, it's the thing of, because it is your first day and your adrenaline's going, and you're, like, it's so easy to get that wrong as well.
Oh, my God, yeah. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I actually broke his nose?
It's a national treasure. You can't hit him.
It would not be good. So have you given some advice to
Rishi about...
I think I gave you a little bit. It was mainly about costume and sort of getting used to the dog collar.
You don't like the dog collar, do you? Is it a bit uncomfortable?
It took a while. It took a while to get used to. It's first world problems for us. What we have to go through wearing a dog collar.
But it is. It's like we're filming in the summer. It's like June, July. It's 5-piece. It's made of wool.
Yeah.
It gets very sweaty and clammy. It's not very glamorous underneath that.
The real reason I left was the costume.
Was the dog collar.
The dog collar.
And where do you put your mobile phone?
Oh, well, that was
There's
a piece
a
of
sneaky bit.
James Norton said. It's just in your inside pocket, and you just get away with it. And costume maybe come up and say that's not very 1950s. I say it is. But no, apart from that, I think the only advice I gave you was just you're part of the family now. Looking after Robson. That was
Looking
a big
after
one.
Robson was a big
take
one.
it for long walks. Wet food, not dry food, as he gets.
And a coffee.
Issues. And a
Is
coffee.
A lot of coffee.
Did I tell you about this? Don't give him too much coffee because
no.
one series he had an espresso machine installed into his trailer and he had 5 espressos before 9 o'clock and thought he was having a heart attack. He had to get the medic, and it was like, Robson, you've had too much caffeine. So
nearly killed Robson Green.
Okay.
So you've punched him, and I mean, the thing is though, and I've been lucky enough to work with Robson in the past, and I remember doing a set visit years ago on Wire in the Blood.
Okay.
I mean, he's brilliant in that sort of thing, and even then, all those years ago, he's always got this little mischievous glint in his eye. Like, he's just a joy to be around. His energy is incredible.
Yeah,
he's like a 15-year-old. It's like we come, we're the most unprofessional professional actors together.
You get told off a lot on set, and it's always Robson's fault. He turned 60 a couple of weeks ago, but he is like a 20-year-old man. He's got so much energy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the coffees.
He gets us in a lot of trouble.
It's the coffee.
It's the coffees.
And the thing is, you have such devoted fans. Like, people absolutely love this show. What do you think it is about it that make people love it so much?
I think it's just what the writers and producers of this show is just such a wonderful formula. The fact that it can still work
and get passed along. Yeah.
Because I had the exact same worry as you when I took over from James Norton. Was I'm going to tank the show, but it survived because of just it's a cosy crime in some ways, but it's so much more than that. And it's seeing these characters that you love that carry on in this village.
I like the idea of your vicar turning up, though, Rishi, and addressing sort of the themes of racism and the sort of the impact he has when he lands in that very cosy village.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 1961. It's Grantchester, which would not have been a very diverse town in that era. And so, I think it would have been a bit silly if a character like myself came in and no one batted an eyelid and there was no prejudice, because that's not what would have happened. So it was really important that we tackled that. And we did, and we did it brilliantly. I mean, Daisy, the writer, wrote some brilliant scenes. There's a scene where I walk into the pub and there's murmurs all kind of stop, everyone turns, and it's like, who is this alien that's just walked in? So it's great that we touched on it, but it was also important to Emma, the exec, Daisy and Jyoti, and myself, that didn't become the kind of overriding theme of the season, because we address it and then we move on and we get back to cosy Grantchester that we all know and love.
Well, except I'm very jealous of the last episode of this series.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, why? What happens in the last episode? Give us a
what?
hint. Give us a little hint.
I think
It's explosive.
It's explosive.
Oh, wow. Pyrotechnics. Have they upped the budget since you've left? Is that what it is?
He was expensive.
I know it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Just to goes Lethal Weapon, I'd say. I think that would be cool.
And you've already recorded the next season too.
We've done season 10, yeah. We finished that about 3-4 weeks ago. So it's strange, you know, I've done 2 seasons and...
Are you excited
it's not even
for
been
people
out.
suddenly to see it because it's
I am.
tonight?
Yeah, and like even coming on here talking about season 9, I was like, what happened in season 9? It was so long ago we filmed it. And I had to kind of remind myself and make sure I'm not talking anything about season 10 because my head's in season 10. But
And what is going to be your relationship with Robson? Because you leave the first episode, it's your first episode that you're in, on such a lovely note where it's you're right about when you walk into the pub and it all goes quiet and then you end the episode, you and Robson discussing football, and it's just the two of you talking together. What is your relationship going to be like with him?
it's on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously they butt heads when they first start.
Yeah.
They don't get on. Alfie has a real issue with police and authority, and you know, Geordie's kind of like always had vicars that help him, and this guy doesn't want to help him. But it kind of sets us up really nicely for the season because you see their relationship progress.
Yeah.
And they actually have a lot more in common with each other than they first thought. And so by the end of it, of course, they are the best of friends.
I think it's going to be really
I agree.
interesting to see that relationship.
Yeah, the dynamic
develop.
change. And that's what you want. You want it to shift between James to yours, Tom, and now to yours.
Yeah.
Rishi
They're
as
all
well,
very
so-
different. They're all completely different
They
relationships. They just all happen to solve crimes.
Lovely to
Thank
see you both.
you.
Thank you for dropping by. Best of luck for the future.
Yes.
I'm
Thank
sure we'll
you.
have you in when we can talk about all the new stuff. And Rishi, can't wait for people to see it.
Thank
of course.
you so much.
Gradchester returns tonight, 9 o'clock on ITV1 and ITVX. Oh, hello. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning. We're joined now by the woman at the helm of the series, actress Rosalind Elazar, in the studio. Lovely to see you, Rosalind. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
It is a twisty, turny, wicked, handbrake turny sort of thriller that we're absolutely loving. Properly devoured it all last night with Annie,
Brilliant.
and it was great. Just in case anybody hasn't got a sense of what it is, can you explain a little bit about what goes on?
Yeah, I can a little bit.
Yeah, not a lot. You're better doing it
in
than
Harlan
us.
Coben shows, anything that you say basically reveals the whole story. But I play Kat, who is a detective, and she's head of the missing persons unit. And she's incredibly good at her job, and she sort of immersed herself in her work after experiencing 2 really traumatic events in her life. One being her fiancé, Josh, played by Ashley Walters, brilliant Ashley, disappeared without a trace. And the second, her father was brutally murdered. And so she's been living with this pain for 11 years, and she sort of can't open herself up to love. So she decides to go on a dating app, and on this dating app, she discovers Josh.
The fiancé who disappeared 11 years ago.
Exactly, exactly. And so she is, her life sort of turned upside down, and she attempts to find him, and in that, secrets are unearthed, and life as she knew it is just completely turned on its head. So it's intense.
What I love about it as well is, obviously, you got married, you were going on your honeymoon, you said to your agent, in real life, you said to your agent, you know what, don't get in touch with me, leave me alone, I'm not going. And then this script came through from Harlan, and she was like, I've got to send it.
Well, yeah, they sent it, and they're like, we're really sorry, Ros, but you're going to have to take a look at this. I was like, OK, great. So at that time, only once the first episode was available, and I had to know what happened. So I downloaded the book, and I read it in 2 days, and I was sold. After I read the book, I was like, I'm going to do this. And I always say that final chapter, you have no idea where the story ends up. It is so shocking.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. And yeah, it was...
that nature of his novels is what has created such a huge, ardent pack of fans that are really, really invested in the books. And then, of course, the the adaptations for telly as well. It comes with a little bit of pressure, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, he's just the king at weaving in all these storylines, and then they come to a head at the last moment. But I honestly don't know. I don't know how he does it. And we had this expression on set that you've been Coburned.
Right.
So every time you're going up the wrong path, we go, been Coburned.
Yeah. Because he came to set, though, didn't he? He came to set on the one
He
day.
did. Yeah, he came to visit us one day, and he's such a lovely man. Yeah, it was really nice to have him there.
And what an amazing cast as well. I mean, from Lenny Henry, Jimmy Nesbitt, Ashley, as you said,
Mark Warren, Steve Pemberton,
all those people. And then
I want more from Mark Warren as well. I feel Mark's character, you feel like there has to be like a spin-off because he just did that brilliantly.
Yeah, because he was just so casual with it. Yeah. Which made it so frightening. You know, he just didn't care.
Scary.
Didn't care about Kat.
But also for you to like lead the cast. This must be and the fact that it's Harlan's work and the fact you're involved with it must just be amazing.
Yeah, it is, and I'm so grateful, and it is a pinch me moment, and I am so overwhelmed. You know, you get so much love. There's been so much love for this show, and you get all these messages, and you get messages from people in your primary schools, like, do you remember me from when we were 6 years old? And you're like, oh my God. It's like those things that you're like, I'm so happy to see you, you know, #1 on Netflix. And Fool Me Once was such a you know, hit, and all of the Harlan Coben shows are. So I'm just so happy to be a part of it.
It was lovely. And then seeing Lisa Faulkner pop up as well, who comes in and cooks with us. And I mean, that, you know...
Totally. And then don't forget Matt Willis as well.
Matt from Busted.
I was listening to the radio and you were on with Emma.
Yeah.
And they were watching it together with their little girl.
Yeah, they were watching together, and I think she's at the age where she doesn't really understand that her dad is at work. So there's this scene right at the beginning that I'm on a date from Matt from Busted. Say the full Matt from Busted. And apparently she just gave the side eye to her dad, going, what are you doing with that one? Oh, that's not mummy. And so they had to sort of explain.
He was busted, literally.
Yeah, he was literally
He was properly busted.
Yeah.
It was gripping, wasn't it? We loved it, and it's one of those things that you keep watching, and you watch all the way to the end, and like you say, we got Coben left, right and centre.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very happy to sit back and watch it happen, and he's one of those people who watches any sort of crime thriller and stops and says, right, this is what I think is going to happen, blah, blah, blah. And it just didn't happen like that. It was just, we've really enjoyed it. So
good.
amazing. Can we talk Slow Horses as well, though?
We can. He's told me, I haven't watched this
Oh,
yet,
my days.
but he's like, you have to, Dealey.
Like a Slow Horses addict, working with the amazing cast there, but Gary Oldman as well. I can't imagine what that's like. Gaza, you're
as I
like Gaz.
affectionately call him. No, Gary is so, well, obviously he's amazing, but he's also just such a good and kind man. He's so lovely to work with. He's so generous. You know, I've had a great year.
I mean, so generous that he gives very generous presents. Slightly unusual.
Oh, yes.
But we should point out...
He's very generous.
So his character... so the Slow Horses are a sort of group of misfit sort of spies
MI5.
that have been put out to pasture, but they can't get rid of them, and he heads them up. But he's questionable personal hygiene. He's a bit of a slob.
Yeah.
He sort of takes quite a lot of pride in smelling and smoking.
As the character.
Yeah, as the character. Which
Some people actually ask me, like, does he smell in real life? I'm like, no.
But what was this present that he generously gave you?
So, yeah, in our first season, he gave us a fart in a jar. And I've actually got it on one of my shelves. Yeah. And it's like this little jar with a pink fart in it.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Yeah. Well, if it's Gary Oldman's or it's Jackson's, I'll have it. His character does that quite a lot. That's why...
He farts a lot,
Yeah, he farts a lot in the series.
Yeah.
But that amazing thing that series has done, because it feels like an office drama, but it's all set in the world of espionage. It's extraordinary.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's so special about Slow Horses, it's sort of subverted the spy genre. Yeah. It's you almost go, oh, can we go back to the normal spy dramas now because they're so, you know, obviously they're extreme versions of human beings. You know, they're a lot to deal with, these slow horses. You wouldn't necessarily want to go for dinner with them. But they are characterful and they've got big personalities and they make the spy world a little bit more human.
Yeah.
And it's not just, you know...
It's not just James Bond.
It's not just James Bond. So I think that that's partly the reason why, you know, people are loving it. And also that everyone, you know, all of our characters, whilst we're all different, we're all really direct in nature. And so they might not be immediately likeable characters, but because they're so direct, you feel actually very comfortable with them. It's like you always know where they stand with you. You're like, you look like whatever.
Yeah.
I don't like you.
Yeah.
You know, and actually that's quite comforting to be around.
It also shows how great you are at acting them as well.
You have had a brilliant year.
Thank you.
And well done.
Well done.
Thoroughly deserved. It's brilliant.
Thank
you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. You can watch all episodes of Missing You on Netflix. Now make sure you do. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning. If you're hoping for a new year, this new year, our first guest is on hand to help you take control of your 2025 by simply... I mean, Dave Fishwick from the Real Bank of Dave joins us now. Congratulations, mate. I mean, most people, when they have a biopic made about them, you have to be dead. But you've had 2 films, mate. 2.
I'm alive.
And you're
Just
alive.
to check I'm here. Living the dream.
It must be amazing, though, no?
It's absolutely bonkers. You know, when I got that phone call at first and they said, Dave, you know, my name's Piers Ashworth. I wrote Mission Impossible for Tom Cruise. I want to make a movie about your life. I were a builder's labourer. You know, that's how I started in life. Left school at 16, useless. Straight onto a building site on 30 quid a week at the YTS. And then from building things, walls, plastering ceilings, to building the first new high street bank for 150 years, and then Hollywood turn up, not just once, but twice. How does that happen?
But then the funny thing is, you bring them all back to Burnley for the premiere. I love it.
Well, it is the centre of the universe.
It is the centre of the universe.
It's the centre of Bank of Dave. I mean, this is the guys. Let's talk a little bit about Bank of Dave 2, though. So Bank of Dave, of course, we know and we love because that was your story. That's how Bank of Dave and the bank came about, and it was just magical and very special. Bank of Dave 2, The Lone Ranger. Explain a little bit about this storyline, Dave.
Well, my right-hand man, David H, and me, we were getting phone calls, we were getting letters from people at the Bank of Dave saying, I'm in terrible, terrible debt. I was on the radio, which was portrayed in the
film,
movie.
isn't it? Yeah.
And somebody called in and they said, Dave, you know, I'm in a real mess. Is there anything you can do? So myself and David H, we decided to look at it. So we thought we can dig some of these people out of this. So we went to meet the people. They were in a real mess. Some of
them
were
people that had taken a loan of a couple £100.
And it turned into thousands of pounds.
Because of the interest the company...
5,000% APR it was. So we said, right, we'll take the loan on. Don't worry about it. We'll make that loan so you can afford it. We'll take the bad guys on. So I then went after the bad guys and I thought, right, I'm going to pay you. But they wouldn't let me pay them. Wherever I went, they didn't want the money back because a few hundred turns to thousands.
It's a vicious circle, isn't it? They're doing it deliberately. Yeah.
And terrible people. So we thought we need to do something about this, and they wouldn't let me pay them back. So I thought, right, we'll go after them.
And when you say you'll go after them, just explain what that means.
It means I went after them to try and get Wonga shut down, that was the big one at the time. So that is exactly what we did. We helped get Wonga shut down, but they are bad people. They come after me. We ended up rolling around on the floor with some of the ones. We turned up at offices. They were trying to throw me out. They just didn't want Granny's money back. They wanted to keep taking money off Granny forever. And with Netflix, we've got this huge big light that we can shine on this industry and say, this is wrong. This needs change. Now, I helped get Wonga shut down. We helped change the law. But these payday loan people, they're still there. They're bad, bad people.
And now, you say in the film, when the film starts, it goes a true-ish film. Which bits are true and which bits are ish?
Well,
like, did you get rescued by Def Leppard in one of their trunks on their private jet?
That bit is slightly magical.
OK.
However, there is one bit that isn't true, Rory is not a bad singer. He's brilliant at singing. So when I turn up at the pub now to do karaoke, I'm rubbish.
And everyone expects you to be better.
And everybody expects me to be brilliant because he's got like all these Grammys and Emmas and things for singing and for acting. And I get on stage and I'm about to give it plenty. And I'm rubbish. And they... Hang on.
That's not what we thought.
So that's not true. I am not a good singer.
Right. But they did turn up at the Talbot, though, didn't they?
The Talbot pub was next door to Burnley College in Burnley.
Yeah.
And that's where I went, learning to be a bricklayer, 1 day a week. And at dinner time, I'd go down there for a pint with my pals, and there were a jukebox there with Def Leppard songs, and I used to press it, pour some sugar on me. And I thought, do you know what? Wouldn't it be brilliant if we brought Def... And we did. I rung the guys.
You rung them up, didn't you?
I said, it's Dave. How you doing, Dave? Will you come over and do a sing-song in the Talbot pub? And they said yes, and that happened for real.
That happened for real. It's in the film, and it's just a magical moment where you got Def Leppard in the Talbot pub doing karaoke with Rory, and I can imagine you were in the pub as well.
I
somewhere.
was. You'll see me in the corner with Nikki, my wife. She's got a blonde wig on, and I've got proper hair. So look for somebody with loads of hair. Because I wanted to keep it. I thought, I've got hair. And they won't let me. They said, no, we need it back, Dave.
How are you
trying to keep it on.
Dave, you've got a proper full-time career and job and a bank and a community that you're looking at. Yeah. How are you coping with the global international stardom?
Well, I don't know about internet, but we were so lucky with the first one. It was top 10 all over the world. I mean, it was #1 in Australia and New Zealand. It was released in December last year. And on the 18th, it was released, on the 18th of December. Within 4 days, it was top 10 in America. Tom Cruise were at #7. We were at #6. So it's a good job we didn't get Tom playing me.
Isn't it just?
Even though he looks very similar.
Very similar.
I've got Rory, and he looks more like me than I do.
So, hold on. So, Dermot and Ali got a part.
Yes.
Dermot and Ali got a part. We didn't get a part, did we?
This Morning features massively in this movie. They are going to be global hits. Lewis is upstairs.
He is.
And he got me. He nearly let me press the red button. So, Lewis, I'm looking up. Lewis, press that red button. Juliet, keep your eye on him. But we did that behind the scenes, and it was so much fun. But yeah, This Morning are brilliant. But you two next.
Yeah?
Are we?
Well, because the question is, because your championing of financial services and what needs to be done, that's not getting any less important. Is there a plan for a third, Dave?
Gosh, that's such a lot. The next thing is the documentary. David H. and I made a documentary. Payday Loans. It won a Royal Television Society Award. That's out on the 15th.
And that's a documentary that sort of features within the film as well.
It tells exactly what went on for real. So Netflix have got that now. They've remastered it, made it brilliant, like they do with everything. And that comes on the 15th. The movie's on the 10th of January. So they can watch the movie first, then watch the doc. And then who knows what's next.
Wow.
There is rumours of a musical, though, Dave. Where are we with Bank of Dave the musical?
I went to see Matt, who's building the musical. Matt makes movies and things for Netflix all over the world. And there's 65 people working on the musical as we speak.
No way!
Yes. There's 18 songs been written about Burnley, centre of the universe.
Of course.
So we're singing along, badly. So, yes, that's well on the way.
Amazing.
Well, listen, we can't let you go because this month we are featuring a whole month on how can you sort out your finances.
Save yourself some money.
Yeah, and our aim is to try and save everybody about £5,000 for the month of January. What would be your advice if you were going to offer our viewers a piece of advice? Because I know they'd love to hear it.
Yeah, too right.
First thing I'd say is look at your finances first. Every pound you save is a pound you don't have to earn. So first thing is first, look at what your mortgage is, look at what your loans are, look at what your credit cards are. Pay them down as fast as possible, because I promise you, they will be the dearest thing. Refinance everything. Look online, go to brokers, see if they can get you a better deal. Banks don't always give you the best deal, but online you can broker things like that. You can look at who will offer you the best deal. So get rid of your subscriptions you don't need.
Did that yesterday with Alice.
Don't be doing things to impress people you don't like with money you haven't got. Just spend the money on things that's important to you.
Great advice,
pearls
Dave.
of wisdom.
It's lovely to see you as ever.
Love to you both. Love to everybody upstairs. Love to everybody at TM. And I can't believe how much this studio is in the movie.
It's there, isn't it?
I feel like we're back at Netflix.
You know what? We're going to keep our fingers crossed for the 3.
Number
Me and you
3.
are going to be in there.
You're in.
We're
so
in there.
the film people can watch on Netflix from Monday?
On Friday.
On Friday this week?
So Friday this week it comes out.
And when's the
So if
drop?
you type in Lone Ranger now, it'll come up. It's coming. Press that button. And then if you type in Lone Ranger next to that, then the documentary comes up as well. And there's a picture of me giving it this with a mean look.
And that'll be the one where you are rolling around on the floor. I mean, because it did
Yeah,
get
it shows it in the main.
those...
I'm on the roof of Wonga's building.
Amazing.
Love it. They're bad people.
Thank you for joining us. It's always lovely to see you.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you to everybody for letting me use the studio. You're
Thank
all
you for
amazing.
visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning. 8,000 miles away in South Africa, the Love Island villa is awaiting the return of the All-Stars. And the show's host, Maya Jama, is already around the fire pit. Good morning, lovely. It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it, right?
Yeah, it's so hard being out here in the sun while the UK's miserable. No, I'm joking. It is lovely. I'm really happy to be back. I can't believe it's come around so fast, actually. It doesn't feel like a year ago we were here last time.
No, it does seem to come round fast, but I think that's the anticipation, Maya, of what we can expect from Love Island All-Stars. Some of the contestants, you call them contestants, some of the participants, let's say, have been released, so we've got a sense of who they're going to be. How are you feeling about the All-Stars this year?
I'm feeling excited. I have said many times that I've been a fan since Series 1, so I know all of them. And seeing the lineup now, I'm like, OK, drama, excitement, hopefully some love and maybe potential forever romances. I'm mostly intrigued by the exes getting back in there, though, obviously, because drama.
That's big, isn't it? The exes.
Always the exes getting back together. And the villa itself, what can you tell us? Because we can't see that much of it from there, Maya. But tell us, it's had a bit of an upgrade, hasn't it? It's a bit more shishi.
Yeah. It's more shishi, more vavavoom. Every year we do little bits to it. I mean, the kitchen's the main thing that I can see straight away that's changed. It's kind of like a candy floss, pink and white stripe situation, very cute. There's just loads of small, details. I haven't had a full tour yet. I need to go and dig around everywhere. But every year I feel like it just gets better and better and just more glamorous.
Are we allowed to have a look at the kitchen? Can the cameraman spin around? I'm not sure if he's allowed to do that, or is it all locked up?
Can the cameraman spin around to the
Just to the
kitchen?
kitchen?
Are we allowed?
Go
I mean,
on.
there's no one here.
There's no one here. Quick,
Go on,
Go on,
Maya.
Have a little look. Go
Do
on.
it, do it.
There you go.
Ooh.
There it is. Candy Floss
yeah.
Kitchen.
Hello, Barbie.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's a Barbie kitchen.
That looks sensational. And also, by the way,
It is.
as you said, it's getting the exes back in, because it's the drama that happens when they get back together. And Gabby and Marcel, I think, have already been picked out as a couple that were together on the series, then they split. They're going back into the villa, aren't they? What are we expecting from these two?
Oh my gosh, I'm such a fan of both of them, and that series was one of my favourites as well. I think Marcel's such a sweetheart. Gabby's just the loveliest human as well, so I'm kind of rooting for them to get back together. But who knows? They could end up in a cute friendship. We're not sure at this point, but neither of them know the other's going in, so that's going to be just fireworks anyway.
I love that. The anticipation.
What about Curtis, Maya? Because he came fourth with Maura.
Yes.
Who do you think he's going to fancy
Yeah.
this time around? What do you reckon?
I have no idea who he's going to fancy, but he is such a lover boy. He'll fall for somebody, and he's just got the cutest little heart as well. So I'm really, really excited to see Curtis in there. He's had his rounds. He's gone through a few of them, so hopefully this is the one where he finds.
Yeah, I was about to say, he had a thing with Amy too, right?
Broke Amy's heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? He's on the hunt for love. Sometimes you got to kiss a few frogs, or whatever they call it. So, yeah, hopefully now he finds his sweetheart.
it.
Not that anyone's a frog. No one's a frog, but you know what I mean.
Isn't it supposed to happen the other way round? Isn't it the princesses that kiss the frogs, not the princes that... I don't know.
It's been a long time
Who's
for
to
you,
say a
Sheps.
frog's a boy and a princess is a girl?
Yeah, it's been a very long time for you.
I've been out of the game for such a long time, I'd be useless. Can we have a little chat about Scott as well? I'm a massive fan of the Thomas brothers, all three of them. Scott going back in, I know he's going to be cheered on by Ryan and Adam as well. I just think his energy, like all three of them got such great energy, his energy is just so infectious.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. Do you know what? For the ones that haven't been on Love Island in a really long time, it's such a different world now. It's such a different game, and just seeing how he adapts to new season Love Island is going to be, yeah, really interesting. I'm also like, who's going to go with who? I'm trying to do mind maths at the moment, and I have no idea.
Well, so far we've got 12 names, and obviously there are going to be some bombshells as well. Do we have any more, or how many people, or is there anybody that you think would make the perfect bombshell?
I don't know. I don't think I'm allowed to say. And also, bombshells is such a touchy subject because they're supposed to be bombshells. They've got to be a secret. So I will say nothing on that. But I know there's going to be explosions, and I know it's going to be really, like, jaw-dropping, as usual.
There's a lot of speculation over here, and I know you're over there, so you might not have seen it, but Ekin-Su is being written about a lot in the newspapers right now, Maya. Is Ekin-Su going to be making her way into the villa?
Who knows? Who knows? This is why you lot are cheeky, because you always try and get it out of me before. I am not leaking anything. And actually, they don't tell me much, so I'm in a safe zone of not actually knowing who the bombshells are right now. So I'll find out when you,
I think that's always better, because then you can't make a mistake. I like not knowing stuff like that too. But is there going to be a more interactive kind of element to the show for people watching at home? Because people get so invested in this show, Maya. They love it so much. Is there going to be another element to it?
Yeah, 100%. This year, way more involvement from the public. We won't say what exactly, but just keep an eye on Love Island socials at chances you can vote or do little bits and bobs, because we'll have the public right involved this series.
And Maya, from your perspective, is it the drama or the love that you enjoy the most?
I feel like there's no drama without the love. Like, you have to have real feelings for there to be proper drama. Because, you know, if you don't really care about the person, you're not going to kick off, are you? So I want both. I want the fools, and I want the drama to come after the fools. And then a rekindle at the end, and then happily ever after.
She wants a cake and she wants to eat it. That's
Why
what it is.
not? Why not?
I want it all.
Yeah.
And also, you've just started doing Masked Singer as well. How are you enjoying that? I mean, it's the complete antithesis of Love Island,
just
but
a little.
Super fun.
I know, 1 minute I'm watching people dressed up as characters dancing around the place, the next minute I'm telling people to go home at a fire pit. It's like that. But yeah, super fun, super enjoyable, and nice, like something I can watch for my younger family members as well. They love it.
So do your younger family members not get a little bit of Love Island? Do they not sneak it in? Because I know that my boys, I mean, they're old enough now, but they started sneaking a bit of Love Island when they were far too young.
Oh, well, no, the 7-year-olds are in bed before 9, so they don't see it.
Amazing stuff. Look, it's lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning and give us a little glimpse of the kitchen. It looks sensational, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's going to be a good series, I think. Thank you so much, Maya.
Thank you, guys.
See you later.
Love Island All-Stars starts on Monday, 9 o'clock on ITV2 and ITVX.
And The Masked Singer continues this Saturday at 7 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
James and Neve join us now. Lovely to see you both.
Lovely.
I devoured this yesterday. All 4 episodes are on ITVX and right now.
I could only handle one.
But it's not an easy watch, James, initially, is it? Because as parents or anybody, you'll sit there thinking, goodness me, what would we do if we found ourselves in that position?
Yeah, that was the hook, which we were so excited about when we first read the book, was this amazing question. If you found out that your child was not your own, how would you react? And yeah, I mean, every time we mention the hook to anyone, they go, you know, the idea of these children being swapped, and it happens a weird amount. So yeah, it's not that far-fetched, unfortunately.
But it's watching how the 2 different couples kind of compute it and how their brain kind of tries to understand it, and then how each couple kind of separates from each other as well. It's so gripping.
Yeah, we had fun. We had fun, didn't we?
Yeah. We did, yeah. It's, I suppose, that is it's this bombshell that is thrown in, and as you said, it's going to strain relationships. It's going to cause this internal turmoil within both Pete, Maddie, Lucy, and Miles, and yeah, it is that thing of like going, God, what would I do in that situation, or how I would react, and but as a cast, like we bonded massively like off screen.
Yeah.
You know, like what you see on screen is like so intense and sad and you want to kill Miles.
You really do.
You really do.
But I also want to give Pete a massive kick up the arse as well. You're kind of like, come on, Pete, do something.
Yeah, he's avoidant, poor old Pete. He's trying to do the right thing. He thinks doing the right thing is stepping back and, you know, being the kind of nice guy, and of course he has to step up.
Yeah.
But it's the dream stuff for actors because it's that kind of, they're all real people, and it's all that sort of psychological and dance and knottiness which we love to chew over.
Well, because you're wearing two hats in this, as a kind of producer and actor as well. Is that what draws you to a project, if you actually do feel like slightly uncomfortable? And this is a slightly uncomfortable question and you get that kind of twist in your stomach a little bit.
For sure. I think you have to listen to your gut. Also, I came to producing kind of without really knowing how to do it. I have an amazing business partner called Kitty Koletsky, who I run Rabbit Track pictures with, and she and I, she's taught me a huge amount. But at the beginning, I didn't have the experience she had, so it was really just running on gut. And when you read a book like this and you read that hook, as you say, your reaction is here, and you have to listen to that. And also, you forget that we sit with these projects, developing them. This was 4.5 years ago we read this book. So we've been with this material for that long, and so you have to be engaged with it and excited by it.
Brilliant to act alongside, Niamh. What's he like as a boss?
Well, truth. No, it's really inspiring to watch James, like, you know, take on both the role as like the actor and the producer, and you go, if James can do it, anyone can. No, honestly, no. It was just wonderful to work with, and we sat down. Like, I was approached to do this by Kate Hewitt, the director, who wrote me a letter, and then I sat down with James, and you know, and that was the idea, is that just get the opportunity to work with James and James McCardle and Jesse, and it's that opportunity. Like, it's a character-driven narrative, and. Yeah, and it's really impressive to just see you, like, switch from having to balance two, which is really difficult. Like,
for sure.
Like, producing job is...
Yeah, I wasn't really... I mean, Kitty was the boss, and she let me do my job. We were very sort of bonded for, and we had a lot of fun. I mean, James realised quite early on that we looked like ABBA, the blonde couple and the brunette couple. And so at Halloween, we dressed up as ABBA and went...
Amazing.
And because Cornwall's weirdly hard to get back from, so we basically just moved our lives down there for 3 months and had the
dream.
Time.
Yeah.
I mean, what a spot as well, by the way. Watergate Bay, just up from Newquay. I mean, I'm not sure there are many more beautiful spots in the country.
Yeah.
No, it's stunning. I'd never been before, and I remember my agent saying, "Set, you're going to be going to Cornwall for 3 months." I was like, "What's it like?" And he's like, "You won't want to leave."
Yeah.
So I was like, "We learned to surf."
Off season as well. We met this guy. So in that scene, in fact, we were shooting it the very first week, and we met this amazing guy called Pete, who's a surf instructor on Morgan Pool.
Shout out to Peter Bell.
Pete from King Surf, and he basically just invited us into this community. And when it's off season, the Cornish kind of community reclaimed their beautiful land, and we were honorary Cornish folk at the time. It was really
dressed as ABBA on Halloween.
Surfing.
And the next day, James came in still dressed in his costume.
That was the deal. We all said we were going to do that. No one else did.
He committed.
Yeah.
You really did.
But you'd known James for years. It must have been a really lovely full circle moment as well.
Yeah, it was. I mean, so we had lots of conversations with our amazing director, Kate Hewitt, and Fiona Weir, who's an incredible casting director, the best of the best. And when names who you know come up, like I admired Niamh from afar for so long, since I saw Calm with Horses, and Jessie Brown-Findlay is a dear friend. And yeah, James McCardle and I, we were at the same acting class in the same year at drama school. And so we've known each other for over 10 years plus. And so, yeah, to be able to call him up and say, listen, do you want to come on an adventure in Cornwall for a few months? Read the script, see what you think, and he responded. It was just a dream. Yeah.
He plays a very good sort of dark, twisted sociopath, psychopath, whatever. I'm not sure how you would class him. What sort of? He's definitely a path.
He's a path for sure.
He's a path, off and on screen.
Can we have a word about the boys as well? Because those boys are, Niamh, I mean, there's often talk about working with children can be complicated, and they're at an age where they've got lines, particularly your son, Theo has to interact. He was incredible.
Yeah, Alban, he was absolutely incredible. So much so that they steal the scenes. Kids steal scenes immediately. They lead them. They bring this incredible energy onto set, and it was amazing to finally, work with a professional like Alban.
After all these idiots,
But yeah, and James McCardle, who plays, he's this bad guy, but James had this incredible chemistry with Alban that the two of them would just continuously improvise. And you had no idea what either one of them was going to come out with, which was exciting and really interesting because it is the idea of, like, you know, you're playing these children against the adults within the scene, which is...
And the magic of the kids being swapped and that chemistry between Miles and your Theo is instant, isn't it?
Yeah.
And similarly with Neve and Fraser, who
Yes.
plays David. Yeah, there was beautiful moments where he reaches out and touches her face.
There.
As an actor, all you want is to be acting opposite honesty and truth, authenticity. And with some actors, you don't get it. With kids, that's all you get. You know? So you're constantly reacting to what you're getting. It keeps you on your toes and brings out great performances in us, we hope.
Well, it definitely keeps us on our toes.
Gripped.
Loved it. It's
it.
such a great show. Absolutely
you.
brilliant. Thank you so much, and thanks for being with us today.
It's well worth getting as traumatic as episode 1 is.
I will.
Get to 4, because then you'll just go, there's a lot of shouting at the screen.
Yeah. See it through. There's a good payoff.
Okay, Playing
you,
Nice
thank you.
continues tonight at 9 p.m. on ITV1, and all episodes are available to watch on ITV. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.
Your sister, when you eventually said it, though, that look was everything.
She was distraught, bless her, but it's the game.
It is the game, and it was amazing watching you play it, Hermione. Honestly, it's one of those things. I'd imagine if you could go back and do it again, you'd do it a little bit differently.
I want to say that I would, but I don't know if I could. That's the problem, really. Because I had game plans and things.
Oh, you
already.
did? What was the game plan?
Like, my game plan was I'm going to go in there. I'm not going to be too forward and in front of everyone. I'm going to sit back and listen to everyone speak. Problem was, though, is the minute I stepped out, I was so much excited. I was like, oh, my God, there's people. And then that was the end of that game plan immediately.
Like your sister said, let Armani be Armani, control every little thing
I
going.
can't help myself. I'm a little bit of a control freak. I can't help it. Let me just try and help you here. And I can do it. But yeah, what can I say? I am what I am.
But it was so exciting, though, when you were sitting there, even as a viewer, when you're sitting there and Claudia's doing the round the table, and you can just hear her walking, what was that moment like where she tapped you on the shoulder and you were like, yes? Did you think, yes, I'm a traitor?
To be fair, if I go back to the actual moment itself, it was so intense.
Yeah, it looks it.
Because, your heart is just beating, you can hear your heartbeat out of your chest. I mean, when I got the poke, as I call it, I was like, oh. For me, I didn't care about being a traitor or faithful. I was happy to be either. And so when I was like, oh, the game's begun, let's go. I was really just excited. I'm like, let's go, okay, let's go.
Well, because also then there was the three of you that formed kind of the sisterhood.
Yeah.
But then they voted you out as well.
I can't be mad at it. But you know what it is? I have sisters. So when... I'm just thinking back to even when I was giving them quote-unquote advice.
Telling them to be a bit louder.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, looking at that now?
I find it hilarious. Is it audacious? Yes. Is it very me? Also, yes. It's one of those things where, because how I look at it is we're sisters. So because nothing had been brought to my attention that I was doing anything, my name was being brought up or anything like that, I just thought everything was great.
You thought you were playing the game well, you said it, didn't you?
I was like, this is going well. No one said my name. Life is great, can't complain. So I'm thinking, I'm top of the game. I know I'm talking a lot right now. So if they talk as well, it'll balance out my talking and then we're good to go. And for me, with my sisters at home, they would tell me, Amani, you're talking too much, you need to shut up. Or Amani, you just need to bring it down a little bit. Because I kind of expect I give you feedback, you give me feedback. And then we can just, because we're sisterhood. But everyone's agendas are different. It's the traitors, what can I say?
Maya realised very early on that something was up, though. I mean, it must be amazing for you to watch it back now, because you filmed it quite a long time ago, but to hear her talking... But she said straight away, there's something iffy about my sister. She's not being herself. Something's going on.
It cracked me up when she said I was using my work voice, because I absolutely was. And the thing is, I forget that how I am at home and how I am, around new people, it's slightly different. So it's I'm just myself, but it's she's like, something's quite off. But that being said, I do think she's quite anxious while I'm just not. I always say I don't think enough to be anxious. In all honesty,
But obviously, because you were two sisters, did you have some kind of game plan or strategy?
Yes, between you, yeah.
Because that's a massive deal, the fact that there's two sisters.
We did. And
Oh, did you?
yeah, like...
It didn't look like it.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. You know what it is? I think...
Did one of you forget? What was the game plan between the two? Oh, it was mine.
She did.
Right.
Yeah, the game plan between us was that she was going to take one side of the room, I was going to take the other side of the room, then we come back and we'll give our information to each other. But I think all of these game plans that you make, you're making it without kind of keeping in... Well, actually, you just don't know how intense everything is actually going to be. So when you're in there and, like, for me, I'm a traitor, so I know the truth. While for everyone else, they're just kind of like double guessing every single thing possible. So for her, I feel like she got in there and her like anxiety and thinking and like, oh my God, I don't know if I trust her, has just gone crazy. Because to be honest, I think even if I was a faithful, she would have still suspected me anyway.
Right.
Just because of how
fraught it is.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And so, yeah, like we were meant to, be a little tame. If I win, you win. If you win, I win. But she got.
It really didn't help when she sat around the round table and said, "Yeah, I think something's up with my sister."
I was like, all right then. That's to be fair, that was the moment I knew it was the enemy. I knew, because for me, having suspicions, everyone gets suspicions here or there. So I was like, okay, I can probably talk my way out of it in one way or another.
Yeah.
But the minute she said, I doubt it. I was thinking, oh, my
That was it.
And then she said 60%. I was like, oh, you stabbed me once, then you twisted it.
The final nail in the coffin.
Final, but...
Who are you liking the look of? Who would you like to see go all the way?
Oh, well, everyone is actually really great. I know everyone says that, like, oh, my God, everyone's just so lovely. But genuinely, everyone is really great. Obviously, I would love my sister just to win it all and give me back half the money because
okay, if you made a plan.
There is a deal.
There's a deal on the table.
There's a deal in place.
Okay.
But other than my sister, like, I love Anna. I don't think we've seen much of her just yet.
Not yet.
And I love Dan. Like, he's my other neurodivergent peep out there. So, and I just like the way he plays the game. It's kind of very similar, I think, to how I would play. He's very straightforward to the point, and I like it.
And we think there was a rail replacement service. We think, I'm assuming that the three people that stood
off
down...
the train are coming back.
They might be coming back.
I have no idea.
Oh, OK. Well, look, we're all going to find out when the Traitors continues on BBC One and iPlayer, 9 p.m. on Wednesday. Lovely to me, Armani.
Thank
you certainly left your mark on the show. It was all too short for my liking, but you were fab.
Stop it.
Oh, hello. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.
Straight-talking food critic Grace Dent has spent years sampling the best food at restaurants all over the world, making her the perfect choice for the new Celebrity MasterChef judge. And she joins us now this morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
What an exciting job.
I'm absolutely over the moon. Honestly, I'm already drunk on power.
Wielding that power. It's been quite a torrid time for MasterChef. It's an amazing show, wonderful brand, global brand as well.
Lovely John.
And the whole... what's created and the opportunity it gives to chefs, professional chefs, celebrity chefs, new chefs. Was there any trepidation about picking up the reins?
Maybe for about 10 seconds,
Right.
but now I've got those reins. No, look, you're absolutely right. It's one of the most wonderful shows on British TV. And when you go out into the public, you feel that warmth, you know? You can't eat anywhere in privacy ever again. You can't even go into a supermarket without people looking in your trolley going, I can't believe she's bought that. So, no, so it is lovely. You know, it was a dream come true to move to this role. And it's a very different role because now I've got a lot... You know, beforehand, it was judging, but I was never that person that had to look them in the eye and send them home. And now I am that person. Now I am the baddie. And I don't enjoy doing that. I think that people think that I go out for dinner and want it to be bad so that, I can write horrible things. I absolutely don't. I want the best for these people. So, and sending people home is horrible.
Always. It's always never pleasant.
I think people think with reality television that it's all a bit fake sometimes and people don't care whether they go home. But no, and especially with Celebrity MasterChef, once people have been in that show and they've cooked about twice in that kitchen, they've got their eye on the prize, they are sleepless, they've done nothing other than think about souffle for 17 nights in a row and they want to win.
There's a couple at the start, though, who are quite glad to get it out of the way. I've had a few friends that said, I couldn't be doing with that. I think Andrew Castle famously cooked a really bad fried breakfast and left first time.
I would have liked that.
What?
I would have very much enjoyed that.
And he was like, get me out.
There's sometimes not an awful lot of carbohydrate going around on those plates, so fried bread coming through those, coming up to me. No, I think that sometimes people that go on there they have that worrying celebrity mix of blind confidence in their own cooking, but they're maybe not taking it so seriously. But the majority of people, they really want to win. And I always say with celebrity, there are always people that come in on those first few times where you go, oh, hang on, here we go, you can do it. Angelica Bell.
Yes.
Lisa Snowdon.
Yes.
Just some people have just got that ability to plate up, it's a kind of just instinctive cooks. So, and I love that. And it's a joy.
Yeah. Can I ask you about your day job as well?
Yes.
Being a food critic.
Yes.
You know, when you walk into a restaurant, does everybody go?
Yeah.
Or is there a silence that falls? Is the cutlery put down?
There's a moment of silence, and then there's just a general tense. I don't take pleasure in this, but there's a tense atmosphere. Sometimes I think it's like someone's just pushed a big button on the wall that goes and then everybody starts acting a bit odd. Sometimes people that are serving you just disappear off the floor because they weren't the best server, and I don't know what happens to those people. Maybe they get put in a cupboard, but it's like, no, it's you have to take it, especially after I started doing MasterChef. It became, I was not anonymous.
No.
Ever again.
One of the things that does work, though, because, of course, your podcast, Comfort Eating, is one of those brilliant ways of you bonding with people over food. It's such a shared experience, food, isn't it? We've all got our favourite comfort foods. We've all got experiences.
Mushy peas out of tin was mine.
Oh, wow.
I used to read... Yeah, thank you very much. You almost recoiled.
That. No,
but we're children of the 80s.
I love a mushy pea. Sorry, that's completely derailed me. A mushy pea, very underrated.
But you can get it very wrong as well, though. A mushy pea can be wrong.
A mushy pea
not out of a can with a fork, cold.
Actually, I don't think there's ever has been a bad mushy pea.
what
even a cold one.
Mine would be, if it was comfort food in the 80s, similarly, it'd be something like tangerines out of a tin. Anything out of a tin.
Out of a tin.
Because we were kids of the 80s and that suddenly became the thing. Everything was in a tin.
Would you have a bit of evaporated milk on?
Yes, of course.
She knew.
Of course.
She knew.
But it's those things that... On my podcast, celebrities, they come to my house, they actually come into my living room and we talk about these things. And I know with those two things that you've chosen, that's childhood.
Yeah, it is, really.
That's childhood. And if I asked you to come and do a revealing interview at my house, you'd say no. But if I ask you why, when did you eat that? What is that from? Yeah. Suddenly the memories of childhood and school and your family, and it all comes spilling out. So...
Well, we wish you the best of luck with the new job.
Good luck.
You'll be amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. Visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.
We need to talk about the most bonkers show on telly that you are, of course, a main part of. It's back for a brand new series this weekend.
Yeah, as the Masked singer and host Joel Domerett returns with a lineup of mystery celebrities. Brilliant, brilliant costumes. Just the general feel-good Saturday night craziness of the whole thing. We just love it.
It's absolute madness, isn't it? And
Yeah.
it's so fun. It's all the family getting together, guessing who people are. Even if you don't know who everyone is, we're all just, like, marvelling at the ridiculousness of it all.
I think it's
fun.
the perfect Saturday night show.
Yeah, it's really fun. And I just feel like... I feel like Saturday nights are better than they've ever been on telly. I feel like there's so much stuff now that for all the family, and I just love being a part of this show so much, especially having a kid myself now, seeing that wonderment in his eyes. He came to the record when he's like a year old now, and he came on the Christmas special, and he just saw this, like, 10-foot polar bear walking along, and he's just like, what is going on? Is this real life? It's just the best.
Joel, didn't you scare the life out of him with Daddy Number 2?
Daddy Number 2, which is not an affair that Hannah has had. But that is, in fact, Giant Joel, which is a character...
Giant Joel, yes.
...who is going to be revealed on the first episode on January the 4th.
I think
do you want to come in, Giant Joel?
Come on in.
He's itching to steal your thunder, actually. Come on, Joel.
Come on in. Yep. He's got to... this is a true story. He's not allowed to sit down because his trousers are too tight. So he just has to loom behind me like a scary weirdo.
Giant Joel really scares me because it's the hair looks real and the beard, and if you touch it, have you touched the hair and beard? Have you?
Yeah.
Shan, have you had a go of that?
Craig's been touching it a little bit too much.
A little too much. I just have this thing. I didn't know I had this thing, but I do. I mean, obviously it's a caricature, but the likeness, it's weird.
I've never had anything like this done before, obviously, and it makes you very insecure. I'm like, is my nose that big?
Yeah.
Is that actually what my nose looks like? And everyone goes, yes. Yes, it is. It's very pointy, isn't it? That's how massive my teeth are. I immediately sent a picture to my dentist.
And say those, please.
What if you were to have caricatures done of you guys, what would you think would be
can you even imagine? They'd go straight for the bum chin.
Really?
Yeah, the dimple chin.
Let's see. John Travolta there.
Yeah, a bit John Travolta, yeah.
Yeah, Craig, you're perfect.
Huge, big nose, just noisy and annoying, I'd guess. How do you do that? How do you do that?
So, tell us, John, who's in there?
Well, I can't tell you who was in it. The internet is awash with rumour, and there's a lot of names being thrown out there.
Is it Mo Farah?
It's lots of people are saying Mo
Yes,
Farah.
I've seen that
I'm not
rumour.
sure whether it is or not. Genuinely, if you saw the Christmas special, it was one of my favourite episodes, first of all, that's ever been made of Masked Singer. It was so brilliant. We had the reveal of Davina, who was there in the star costume. Genuinely, I didn't know it was her at all. I genuinely thought she had diarrhea. I thought that was the reason that she wasn't there. And it was Davina McCall. And then we had the giant Joel reveal, which was so much fun. And then we saw him sing at the end. My favourite performance has ever been on Masked Singer. This person, whoever you think is inside singing, was fantastic.
It was so good. The shock of Davina being an incredible singer, then the shock of our very own Josie, who we had no idea was going to be on The Masked Singer.
She was so good, wasn't she?
She was so good, and the cutest video she put up of her son Reggie when he realised that, that's my mummy.
Isn't that the best? I love how we're sort of booking the show that way now. We just look to see what celebrities have young children.
That can give you good social
give us good social
Can we see that? Can we see Reggie?
Yes, we've got it.
Yes, I'd love that.
This is cute.
Little Reggie, that is so
I just
good.
love how much joy it brings to not just the people who are in it, but like everyone's families across the country. I love this show so much. I feel very proud to be a part of it, and I'm so excited for them to for everyone to see the 6th series because it's the best it's ever been. The names are insane. Insane.
And amongst the judging panel as well.
Yes.
Jam has joined you.
Maya's joined, which is just hilarious, just to see someone who is so cool. Do you know what I mean? She hangs out on, like, yachts and stuff with, like, the coolest people. And, like, now she's sat next to Jonathan Ross, who he won't mind me saying, the least cool person I've ever met in my life. And they were a great little duo together. She was great on the panel. And
I feel bad saying this because I love Maya Jama, but
Yeah.
didn't she even get Jonathan mixed up? Like, she didn't get his name right. Let's have a look at this 1 minute.
Oh, yeah, we've got a clip.
I'm supporting you in your choices.
Back me up, John. Yeah. Okay.
John.
Another way we can
Please call him John. Please call him John. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in 6 series. John, what do you think? So sorry. I'm so sorry.
I really don't mind, John. I've been called a lot worse.
It was so funny. Just as Jonathan Ross rolls off the tongue. We all know Jonathan Ross. Nobody knows John Ross.
John. No one knows John Ross.
John Ross.
Please tell me it's only John from now on. You double down on that.
I absolutely doubled down to the point where he absolutely hated me. I'm still texting him now, like, John, what are you up to?
Well, what are you getting up to? Because you're going on tour, aren't you?
I'm also going on tour. That starts at the end of February, so going all across the country. And it's really fun. It's sort of talking about all of the mad TV shows that I'm doing, sort of all the backstage gossip of it all, you know, like talking about the fact that I did Lorraine. That's fun. The show, obviously. And it's just so much fun. Talking about all this stuff and obviously being a dad and all that stuff too.
Joel, I went to one of your very first comedy gigs. I'm talking like 12 years ago in a tiny little venue. I remember. Yeah, do you?
Was it? How was it? Was it like the pylon experience? Was it that kind of?
It was
a comedy pylon.
Anyone else? Anyone?
No, he's always got big laughs. Always.
It was so it's so mad how long we've known each other.
I know.
Like,
it's a bizarre journey.
This weird little journey that we've been on,
and now we're both responsible adults with parents.
With
now,
parents, and sat on a sofa on telly together.
You say responsible. You say responsible. Talk to me about Gladiators. And I know the competitive side of you came out in that. You couldn't just treat that as fun, could you?
It was so much more scary in real life than you think it is. When you watch on telly and you're like, oh my God, I would love to do it. Look at that, me being put in a bin by steel.
Yeah, I remember that.
Look at how slow I'm doing that cargo net. I'm going to say that is the slowest that anyone has ever done the cargo net in the whole history of Gladiators.
Yeah, but Travelator, what a dream. This is a show from our childhood,
yes.
isn't it?
I loved it.
You got to burst through the thing on the rope,
yeah, though. You always want to do that.
Yes.
And you want to burst through the rope and swing and just like fall down onto the crash mat.
Pylon!
Really cool.
No, sorry.
Pylon, stop praying. And but I sort of went, and then it's really high, and so you just go and then slide down it slowly, and I got rope burns all down in the thigh.
Well, I love the way you go for everything you do. We love the show. We can't wait for it tomorrow night.
I love you guys. You're such a perfect match on this sofa together.
Oh,
it's such
bless
a joy to watch.
Joe.
You really are. Really
Thank you so much. Great to see you. Good to Thank see you. you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.